morning, lovely people. It is Wednesday, the 23rd of November. Welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. As always, you have a lit lineup. Let's introduce ourselves.
It's your boy, Big Moss from the east side of the bridge. 6 foot plus of pure temptation and all that good stuff. Good morning, people.
That's right. And
I've got a link to get out there because Brent's saying shit.
You're actually so ridiculous. You're very ridiculous. And it's your favourite shade queen, my own royalty. How are you doing this morning, apart from being told off as soon as you walked in?
I didn't even do nothing.
That's the point. That's why you got told off.
No, that's not true, because actually what he said I didn't do, I did do so.
That's fair. Exactly why you got this morning.
No, to be fair, he's wrong. Again.
Do you know why I didn't know? Do you know why I didn't know about Instagram stuff? Because you didn't at the TDA page.
Oh, we meant to every time.
Well, if you let people know where to actually follow, then it's good.
That's the point.
Yeah, it's very good. That's how you grow.
Wow. All right. That's
one thing after the other. First is because I didn't post it. Then I posted it. Oh, but he didn't know because I didn't tag it.
Yeah, I didn't know it was meant to tag it. I just by chance tagged this one. I just thought, I'll do a tag. A tag is cute.
You know, we're making progress, Brent, man.
Yeah, I need to put like a post out saying I need help with the socials. We're hiring.
For each host. It's crazy. Basically, right, yesterday evening, man, my business, I saw something interesting on Twitter. And as you're the two men in here, I would like your input on it. And it was about men's icks. Now, I don't remember if I've asked you guys this question before, but the show is a daily show. I don't remember what we talked about yesterday. It's every day. Do you get me? My brain is fresh every morning.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was very, very interesting to me. The one that really stood out to me was the guy said it gives him the ick when women climb 2 stairs at a time.
What, sorry?
So the question was about men's icks. And the guy says if she climbs up the stairs 2 at a time.
I can see that.
Because
do you know what's mad? Because what?
I'm saying because I don't understand, Marks. Why does it give you the ick? Is it because that's what men do?
It don't give me the ick. I never thought about it. But if I'm actually if I'm watching it play out in my head and I'm actually thinking about it now, I can see where he's coming from.
And that's what got me because I'm a 2-step climber, and I was like, damn, like.
Don't be with me and I'm taking 1 step and you're doing 2 step at a time and that as well. That's crazy.
But you know, like when you do 2 step,
trying to embarrass me in public, you better walk normally.
You know the bad thing as well is that sometimes when you do the 2 step here, you're running up. So you're running up 2 steps. Looking like a monster, bruv. Looking like you belong in Stranger Things. When I'm looking at the image of it, it's really not cute.
I never thought about it, but I can hear where they're coming from.
Yeah, I can hear it. And there was another guy that said if she looks like her dad.
Oh my God.
I could get that though.
No, she looks like her brother's worse than that.
It's mad. It's very, very rude. There was one I screenshot and I said, yeah, use that. I'm moving. Anyone in the comments, any guys in the comments, let me know what your icks are for women. I never really thought of men having icks.
Was that your notifications, Brent?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I'm smiling like a Cheshire cat. Thank you very much.
And then there was some guy who said, and I believe this is my ick as well, for anybody. And he says, not knowing the difference between am and I am. He's like, the fuck you mean, how am I this cute? And I said, you know, that's a big turn off. But yeah, I'm interested. What's your ick?
I don't have icks, man.
You don't? That's really good. You're very rare.
Do I have a book?
I can really, really like a guy and then I have an ick and that's it.
Oh, dancing.
Huh?
Hmm?
So explain that. What do you mean? You don't like women that dance?
No, it's not for social media.
Okay, dancing on social media, like choreography kind of dancing.
Yeah.
Like TikTok, or is that okay?
No, TikTok's up there, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Really?
Yeah. If I see you doing a routine somewhere, dancing.
Oh, not a routine?
No, if I just see you doing a routine on like a TikTok or something,
yeah,
then yeah, you're finished. You're cooked. That's enough. That's icky.
Oh, wow.
What else?
What are the things that guy say on Twitter?
So a girl asked it, and that was one guy. So it's just a hell of guys just talking about wherever they feel. And then some guy said, top ick, if she can't think for herself, friends order her around. Her friends have major say on her decisions. That makes sense. Because I don't like a guy who, you're not a leader of the group. I like like a leader of the group kind of man. Okay, so someone's put a picture of teeth. You know, like when teeth are just really, really small, like 2 centimeters in length.
Oh, she's still got little baby teeth.
Yeah, baby teeth. So, oh my gosh, some guy made a list. He actually wrote it down in his notes. He said, "Where's Fitted? I don't know what that is. Comment under Jada Wader posts. Make soft life TikToks. Where's the Blazers to the club? Got a big granny purse. Vape addiction. Got a shortcut with a bad barber. Don't cuss. Has a wedding tattoo. Call her nails dick grabbers. Grow up. Take pics in then parking garages. Don't shake no ass. Don't this guy's. I'm stopping this. I said follow Mike Todd. Mike Todd is a pastor. I mean, he's debatable. He's a pastor, but he's just very after the fame and celebrity of it all. But yeah, he even added that on there.
I think most people that tweet give me the ick.
Sorry?
Most people that tweet.
Really?
That tweet, yeah, give me the ick, yeah.
Tweet what though? Just tweet in general? You don't want women on social media?
Just anything. Huh?
You don't want them tweeting?
It depends what they're tweeting, but sometimes people just talk nonsense. Like there's a lot of people that I think are cool until they start tweeting, and then I'm like, oh, you're an idiot.
That's mad. That is very wild.
This is always giving their dumb opinions on things.
Someone has a picture that says if she drives like this and she's really close to the steering. That's mad.
What else?
Someone said, oh, this one, yeah. Someone said entering giveaways on Instagram.
She don't know, not do that.
Huh?
Do you do that?
I don't do that anymore. There are certain giveaways that I want that. If it's to win a house, what am I going to lose here?
Or like what, when they're like atting Pretty Little Thing and that?
Yeah. Oh, that was a bad time. To be fair, the rise of giveaways really started in lockdown. And that was for like wigs and hair appointments. Can't lie, I enter those. But I don't enter giveaways anymore. It gives me the ick.
Oh, when she tweets about football.
That gives you the ick. How can I give you that? I would have thought you like that. Didn't you do a whole monologue the other day about your woman allowing you to watch football and all that kind of stuff? And this is how, if you don't have time for her outside of that, she needs to make time in football with you. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, but it's like...
Pick a side.
Nah, man. I don't want you tweeting about football either, man. Chatting shit about the offside trap and all that.
Wow, that's wild.
You get what I'm saying? Like, just showing off and that, like, just doing too much.
Why are you showing off? So this is back to the steps thing again. You just don't want her outdoing you in any area of life. What is she showing off, you know?
It's just kind of too hard, man.
Someone said when she keeps trying to be friends with the popular girls on social media, but they keep ignoring her comments. Yikes. You can't ignore people's comments.
Stacey says that she felt it when it is that she read the tweet.
I felt it, Stacey. I can't lie to you. There was some of them I said,
Is that why you
nah.
didn't read it?
Sorry?
Is that why you didn't read it out?
What, the tweets?
No, this one in particular, she sent it on the phone.
Oh, what tweet?
Oh, what did she say?
If she has a struggling TikTok or YouTube channel.
Oh, I saw that one as well. I said, wow, people can't even dream and work hard at shit. This has men are just on the same, watching the same football, have done nothing from that, haven't built a career from that. But a girl can't have a struggling makeup channel.
Having a struggling makeup channel is tough, though.
No, but how is it going to grow?
I don't know. I got a feeling...
Because these are men that never do anything with themselves.
I got a feeling like if it was going to grow, it would have done Groovy.
What, for the first post? Said he should have gone viral off the jump. No, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
That's a tough one, though. That's a tough one. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky, isn't it? Yeah, it was just very interesting. I didn't know that men had icks like that. I'll be honest, no, that's very toxic. I'm gonna say, never mind.
What was you gonna say?
I was gonna say that I don't know a lot. Not many men. Not saying all, but a lot of men don't have taste. So I didn't think they were in a position to say what they have icks about, because some men are grateful for the fact that a woman just says hi to them. So I was like, I didn't know that you were in a position to have an ick. I didn't know that your pool was so wide that you could eliminate some women. Do you get what I mean?
Is he saying that beggars can't be choosers? Men should just be happy that women like them?
Yeah, it was kind of that.
Wow.
Yikes. It was kind of that. But
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah.
I wonder what Kevin's got to say about that.
I don't think Kevin's online yet, which is good. I don't need that. I don't need that this blessed morning.
Do you think that some men actually believe it's more so the case the other way around than what you've suggested, seeing as you we talked about the other day, women aren't really attracted to men's like physicality or aesthetics. It's more so security, money, etc., etc., etc.
So you mean like men will say women shouldn't be beggars and choosers?
Yeah.
I think they might say that. I think in the population of the world as well, I think they say that there's more men than women.
But there is, no?
That's great. But it probably is. I don't know. I've never looked up the facts. So I don't know whether it is or not. But I've always heard that anyway. But they could say that. Yeah, they could say that. But it would appeal to certain type of women.
Mm.
Do you get what I mean? Not in a rude way, but actually, there's no way for it to sound. But in the way that some women just want to be picked. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
At any cost. So they can't be giving ick speeches. I'm not dying to be picked, so I can. You get what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it was interesting, man. It was interesting to see the guys have icks and come with their lists and all that stuff. Yeah, man. People, and also the guys with the birthday makeup. To lighten up on that, man. It's enough. Yeah.
Guys wear birthday makeup?
As in the guys who keep talking about birthday makeup.
Oh, okay.
Birthday makeup is icky. I think, ladies, we need to have a conference about that. Birthday makeup is really not it anymore. It's just not it, man. It's just, let's go soft glam and just keep it at that. We don't need to be doing all of that.
There's a lot going on with the birthday makeup stuff.
Nah, birthday makeup is... It's funny because since it's been pointed out as birthday makeup, I now see birthday makeup. Like, it's so evident to me now. Because men have really, really pointed it out. If they hadn't...
Because girls go too hard.
Yeah, man. I saw something the other day. Someone was tweeting about how someone coined it. Well, I think she thinks she coined the term, but she basically said it's birthday narcissism.
So what?
Birthday narcissism. Birthday narcissism.
What, get your makeup done in it?
Yeah, that going above and beyond for your birthday. But if people don't go above and beyond for their birthday, what other day are they meant to go above and beyond for? They're not here for the funeral.
It's true.
It's for the birthday. She's like, yeah, that's narcissistic birthday behavior.
But it's not necessarily the fact they do it on their birthdays that they choose every day to be their birthday, you know?
It's all part of it. So having a weekend of a birthday, because I have different friends. Some of my friends aren't available on Friday. Some of my birthday's on actual Friday. And then sometimes you celebrate your birthday with different people as well. Some might just want to take it out for
when men
dinner.
basically show their discontent with the birthday makeup, it's not because that those women are celebrating their birthday on that day when they see it. It's just a regular Friday, you know?
No, it definitely isn't, bro.
All right, cool.
Nah, the makeup. No, that's the point that guys are making, is that your makeup is nice every other time of the year.
But the birthday,
you don't want to go above and beyond, and you end up looking like
okay.
Shrek with a lot of gold dust at him. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what the thinking behind it is. Like you're saying, you look normal all year round, everything's cool.
Do you know what it is? It's because you get so people for their birthdays they'll get like a makeup artist. So it's different kind of skills. But to be fair, there's some people do like a heavy glam for their birthday. So they end up looking different.
It's too much. It's foolishness. It's like, oh, it's my birthday. I want to look like a superhero tonight. Like,
you're dumb. I said a superhero.
It's too much, man.
Yeah, but do you know what it is as well? I think some guys don't realize is that some women, this is their natural, like this is how they wear their makeup anyway. But there is something, I don't know what it is in the makeup artist's hands, but there is something about a birthday makeup. But I do think it's because you're used to seeing someone doing their makeup all year round, and then one time they do it, someone else does it, and that person then, focuses on certain other things.
No, it's just crazy. It's just not normal. Whether you do it or the makeup artist or you do it, it's just over the top.
It is a lot.
That's what it is. It's just too much, basically.
I get why the guys have the icks of birthday makeup. I have the ick of birthday makeup too. But ladies, let's just do soft glam and just keep it moving, man. But before we carry on the show, like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the community as well, community.thenewblack.com. And let's get into our first headline. Okay. The UK will suffer the most from the global energy crisis. The UK economy will suffer a bigger blow from the global energy crisis than other leading nations, according to international body, the Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD. They say the UK will contract by more than any other nation in the G7 group next year. Growth in the US and the Eurozone will be weak, but Germany is the only major economy expected to shrink. The OECD forecasts a significant growth slowdown globally in 2023. Thanks to the strength of emerging economies, the world economy will grow by 2.2% next year, the OECD's latest report predicts. But the war in Ukraine was affecting economies unevenly. The OECD said, with European countries bearing the brunt of the impact on business, trade, and the spike in energy prices. The G7 includes the US, UK, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan. While growth is expected to be weaker in most countries in the group, only Germany and the UK will contract. The OECD predicts. Sounds like a poem. The UK's economy is forecast to shrink by 0.4% in 2023, to be followed by a shallow growth of just 0.2% in 2024. By contrast, last week the UK's Office for Budget Responsibility, OBR, predicted the UK would shrink by 1.4% next year, although it also expects a stronger growth of 1.3% in 2024. Basically, we're down in the mud. Next headline, King Charles hosts South Africa's president. The King has welcomed South Africa's president at the start of the first state visit he is hosting as monarch. King Charles and Camilla, the Queen Consort, formally greeted Cyril Ramaphosa at Horse Guards Parade in London as a 2-day trip began. The president will visit Westminster Abbey before attending a banquet hosted by the King at Buckingham Palace later. Mr. Ramaphosa's visit comes as South Africa struggles to tackle continuing power blackouts and high unemployment. It is the first state visit to the UK in more than 3 years after they were stopped during the COVID pandemic. The Prince and Princess of Wales met the South African president at his London hotel on Tuesday morning before escorting him to Horse Guards Parade for the ceremonial welcome with the King. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, along with Foreign Secretary James Cleverly and Home Secretary Suella Braverman, were also at Horse Guards, where the President and King inspected soldiers from the Coldstream Guards. More than 1,000 soldiers and 230 horses lined up on the parade ground in central London as part of the traditional opening of a state visit. His Majesty then rode down the mall with Mr. Ramaphosa in a carriage procession to Buckingham Palace. The band of the Scots Guard played the South African and British national anthems as the royal party and the guests arrived at the palace, where the King, Queen Consort, and President were having a private lunch. Esther was invited to the brunch, but was unable to make it due to early filming of TDA. I can confirm that is true. But I keep forgetting we've got a king, you know. When I saw the guys playing football the other day, I mean, first of all, I don't know the... Do you know... Actually, no, sorry. Too many thoughts. Do you guys know the national anthem for the country?
God save our queen.
It's a king now?
I ain't singing that shit.
Okay. But I didn't know it was like... I don't know the first line of it. Bren, do you know it?
God save
You
our
should know it.
gracious
You've been here
queen.
all your life.
Long live our noble queen. God save our queen.
Is this it?
Something like this, yeah.
3 lines?
Something,
Or is there more to it?
something victorious, always victorious and glorious.
Sounds like a church hymn to me.
Something for us. God save our queen. I know it.
Barely. Barely. Bren, do you know it?
He's Googling lyrics.
I was there.
No, I'm not. Why would I care to learn this? I
You
don't
liar.
understand. Anyway,
Liar.
why would I care to learn it? I don't care for this. It's not my country.
It ain't my goddamn country. No, I don't know it. Are you Googling lyrics?
Of course not. Do you think I care? I only found out the other day they had it. But basically, yeah, it's just, I'm just blown. Every time I remember we got a king, I'm like, damn, man, women, we had this. But you know what? Let's get into our topic of the day. What you saying?
Do you know your national anthem?
Nigerian one, of course I do.
Go on.
I'm not singing it.
You can say it then.
It's a rise, oh, compatriots, Nigeria's call, obey, to serve our nations, our mother's land, with love and unity. One labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain. To serve thee with all our might. One nation born in freedom, something like that. Peace and unity. Go on, Nigerians.
Is that it? I thought it was like an Ashake thing or something.
Okay, you're ridiculous. You're racist. Get into what you're saying, please. This is ridiculous. So do you then think South Africans will be like, I'm a piano?
Maybe. I don't know the big artist though, but I definitely thought like...
You've never... Oh my gosh, you haven't been to Africa, have you? Like Ghana?
No.
Now you're going to have the time of your life when you go.
Yeah, no, I want to...
You got to go with right people though.
I wanted to go this year.
If you go to Nigeria, go with Marv. Marv has a good time. Don't get arrested though, but Marv has a good time.
Yeah, he has connections and stuff.
Yeah.
Why would I get arrested?
You remember when he got arrested? Because basically it was a
Because
lockdown.
he light-skinned.
Oh, God.
No, he's not light skinned.
Oh, when they was in the club.
light skinned in Nigeria though.
When they was in the club and they weren't supposed to be in there.
Yeah. Because we had a curfew and they were out here clubbing and they got.
Someone
yeah.
asked me if it is I know the Jamaican national anthem.
You're from Trinidad, aren't you?
He's from Trinidad, so ask him if he knows the
You
Trinidad
know
one.
the Trinidad one?
Yep.
What is it? Sing it, please.
Forged from the love of liberty in the fires of hope and prayer.
That can't be the rhythm.
Man's given open the
I'm
door,
not
close
singing.
the door.
I need the
I am
melody.
so confused.
I need the melody, please.
I'm not singing it.
Okay, tell us the words.
Alright, forged from the love of liberty.
Are you reading it, Brent?
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Okay, go ahead. Anyone
You're
can do
reading
that.
the lyrics.
You're a joker, bruv. Anyone could do that. Do you think I was
You're
mad?
an imposter.
But I don't
You are a
understand-
phony.
I don't understand what you expected me to do.
To say it from your
I've-
brain like I
I've
did.
I've come out asking you what the lyrics of Nigeria is. You think because I have all these resources here, I'm not going to cheat?
What? I said I'm gonna be a man. I'm a cheat. It's crazy.
No, I only put it up because we were talking about the first line,
Yeah. Okay.
and in my head, I couldn't grab the first line. I knew it off the back of singing it.
Okay,
You know
yeah,
how
yeah.
you were singing and you're doing that?
Oh, yeah.
Once is I get in, oh my god.
In the zone.
Yeah.
You're in the zone.
Yeah.
Okay, Tyrese.
I'll sing it for you afterwards.
Okay.
Okay.
Guys, if you want me to record that for you and send it to you privately in the community, send me £20 each. I'm gonna let y'all know. But all right, so our topic of the day today.
Said Jamaica.
I don't think that's your
that
That ain't it, Chief. You are so ridiculous. Do you know what I
Imagine if it
think?
was.
Yeah. Do you know I see in your future? I see. You know how they give people like a key to like their state and stuff.
Yeah.
I see you be the ambassador for Jamaica. You know.
They need to give me the key to the country.
Okay, I don't know about key. I don't know if they could. I don't.
No?
I just think you should be a figurehead. Like, you know when you have like that in that whole ceremony, and people are like, oh
They
my
need to
gosh,
do it to me. They need to give me some power. The first thing I do is 3-word boss.
First stop.
But if it is you run on that policy,
I
I'll
might-
free him.
I might get in power. The 3-word boss.
It's ridiculous.
Right.
All right, so topic of the day today. What I want to be when I grow up. So Iman says this starts off lighthearted, and then we'll see where the journey takes us, like he does to do. So when you were young, what did you want to be when you grew up?
Footballer.
Do you even have the potential for that?
Better than you.
Well,
No, yeah, I did.
I said, well.
it's debatable.
No, yeah, I did.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Who you play for?
I played for a team.
Oh, never.
No, I didn't play for a professional team. I played school, college, Sunday league. Yeah, I didn't play for Arsenal now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have liked that.
You would have liked him to play for Arsenal.
Hmm?
You would have liked what?
If I played for like an academy or something,
Oh, okay.
that would have been fun.
Okay.
Wasn't my story.
I mean, you're here with us today. Not the World Cup, so I don't think it's just story based.
I got scouted for Chelsea.
Huh?
I got scouted for Chelsea.
No, you
You
didn't.
know how I used to play for Hackney District?
Oh, is it? Yeah?
Mm.
My position?
Midfield. Centre mid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you say you had dreams of being a baller?
Yeah. I'm very good, and I was very good. I used to wear glasses. I think who was I telling the story to? Was I telling the story to you the other day?
Yeah.
And I had the sports band.
Oh, is it?
You know, like
Edgar Davids?
yeah.
Is that how he was moving?
There was a time that when we went to Jersey, and the ref said I wasn't allowed to play because it was dangerous. Right? Apparently, I could have smashed my glasses, and the glass pack could have gone into my eye. Obviously, I'm the main guy. Mr. Perney's like, no, you have to let him play because this is how he sees. You can't have our team handicapped off the back of you making up a rule. So in the end, I was allowed to play, and I scored a goal that day.
Did you win?
Yeah, we won.
Okay then.
Yeah.
So that was your dream. That's what you wanted to be when you was younger, a footballer.
No, I don't think I wanted to be anything until I reached 16, and then I knew what. What
Damn, you're a wing in life, boy.
Wing in life. I'm a child, no.
No, in a Nigerian household, boy.
Oh,
I knew I wanted to be a lawyer from when I was like 4 years old.
4.
Yeah. Okay, maybe not 4, but for as long as I remember. Like, I was literally a kid. I was in primary school when I knew I wanted to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
How old are you in primary school? You leave primary school at the age of 10, I swear. No, you don't actually.
No, 11.
11, yeah.
11 and 12.
So in primary school, I knew from primary school I wanted to be a lawyer.
So how was that?
How was what?
Was it due to your parents basically meddling or?
No, I don't know what it was. I think I just, like, I was a smart kid.
Yeah.
And I just knew about jobs and things that people do.
At 4.
And yeah, man, advanced kids, Matilda and that. And I just knew I wanted to be a lawyer.
Amen.
I've just always, all my life, I've just always wanted to do law, and everything I did was on the path to do law. Here I am, podcaster. It's crazy.
Did you think you lived past 21?
Mm?
Did you think you lived past 21?
Not till I was 21.
I know. Did the same thing. I was like, what's going on?
What's that noise down there?
That's my trainers.
I thought you were in them.
Yeah, not till I was 21.
So at 4, you would just
Okay,
focusing
don't hang on to the 4-year-old thing. Just stop it.
I wanted to know if it is that he was conscious of what he wanted to do at 4.
But 4 was like a.
No, but you
it wasn't
remember
really
women
4.
develop much quicker than men, and I'm sure Nigerian women.
What, did you tell him you wanted to be a lawyer when you was 4?
I briefly mentioned that, but I can't remember if it was 4. But I just know from literally as young as when I existed.
I believe you, to be honest.
What did I want to be?
You blinked a bit too much when you said that. You're so annoying.
Can you remember anything at 4?
What are you? You're not even in school at 4, are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, nursery in
Before.
Nigeria, boy.
Of course you are.
Nursery, no? Yeah, you're nursery, yeah.
That's not school. Nursery is not school.
It's education.
Nursery don't count. When did you start? When did you go to big school? When you were in year 1, 5 or something.
My knowledge
6.
of school ages is gone, if I'm honest with you. I have no idea. 7?
People.
Okay, year 1. No.
Year 1, no, you're
6?
like 5 in year 1. But you have to remember as well, in Nigeria, so we start school earlier. So when I came here, I was in year 9 in Nigeria.
Yeah.
So when I came here, the natural order of things, I should have been in year 10.
Let me just check this.
But because of the age, and I'm born in August,
Yeah.
I had to basically do year 9 again.
Yeah.
So in Nigeria, I think we start school at, you definitely start school at 5.
Yeah. I was in nursery in Trinidad.
At what age?
At 4.
4, yeah. We're
Yeah,
nursery.
but I don't
As in
think nursery-
full-time nursery, not them.
Yeah.
2-hour joints.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nursery's not.
Oh, you're saying you're not even like
What are you going there for? Just nap.
the cognitive
Nap and
skills aren't
snacks.
even
So,
working?
year 1.
Yeah, year 1's where school
Year
starts.
1
That's not nursery.
is 5 to 6 years old.
See, there we go then. That's what I'm talking
There's
about.
reception, no?
Reception, I don't even know what that means, bro.
Listen, in Nigeria, yeah, when you're in like nursery, you see how here the kids just stroll to school, just nothing but their snack bag. You have books when you're that age.
You're walking to school at 4.
Mate, they're dropped. You're dumb. So what do you do you know what, yeah? Whoever's got connections to the Nigerian government, Brent is never allowed, because what do you think I was doing walking through like a village or something?
No, but you were saying that you were carrying your lunch boxes and swinging it, right? I'm picturing the short pants and the sandals.
Oh,
And
is there a
stuff.
pinafore?
Yeah, I was.
I
in
love
though.
the pinafore.
I don't
Oh,
know what it is.
you don't know what pinafore is?
No, what's pinafore?
It's a uniform. You know, like the
Oh.
all-in-one dress
onesie.
one. It's not a onesie. That's a jumpsuit.
Okay.
It's just please Google it. School
pinafore.
uniform pinafore. But no, yeah, but also there as well. To be fair, when we were in nursery in Nigeria, you're not having nap time and sleep time and stuff like. You're working. Education's serious over there. Because when I came
what
here,
work can you do in nursery?
no, trust me, you do work. Because I remember when I came to, let me tell you how advanced it is. When I came here, and I remember, so when I came here, they put me in like set 4 for maths. And everything that I was being, like, they were going through, I did it like in primary school. So I was thinking, what the hell is this? So then I spoke to the head of year and I was like, yeah, this is not like challenge, that I don't know what's going on here. And then he was like, do you know, bring me one of your notes from like your old school. So when I brought when I showed him my maths book, he was like, oh, this is what people do at uni here. And
Yeah.
straight away, within a week, within a couple of days, I was in the first set.
Wait,
It
sorry.
feels weird
Start again.
me having this on the screen, to be honest.
Yeah, take it off before the
Little
government come and
drills
get you.
with
Yeah, quickly.
yeah.
And delete your history.
Yeah. It's
Did you say
What
in
the
year
screen?
4
What are you
you're
looking
doing
for?
university work?
No. I'm saying I'm saying when like nursery over there
Yeah.
isn't just like nap time and snacks and watching TV.
Yeah.
Like it's serious work. So I was saying how when I came here in year 9,
Yeah.
the work that I was doing in year 9 in Nigeria
Yeah.
is work that is done here in uni.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean? So that's how advanced the education system is over there. It's not a case of
I thought you said you were doing uni work in year 4.
Okay,
But I was
imagine.
like, Esther, you lying.
too far. But no, yeah. So yeah. But you know what? Maybe being a lawyer was subconsciously pushed on me. Never know. I'll speak to my therapist about that and I'll get back to everyone with an update. So what did you want to be when you were younger?
Nothing.
At what age did you decide that you wanted to be a rapper?
Ooh.
When I started rapping,
Yeah, what age?
17. It wasn't even like that. I just started doing it.
Okay.
When did I start taking rap seriously and thinking maybe I can do something with it? About 08 or something? What was that?
When was that? Oh, wait, it was in 08.
No, I'm trying to think. You asked me how old I was. I don't know how old I was in 08. I can't think.
Oh, wait, you must have been about 21, 22?
No, I was in prison 21, 22.
Oh.
23 then, 23.
Okay.
Yeah, about 23, 24 maybe. That was after like rapping for enough long and everything changing and thinking. But I never wanted to be anything.
Well, a rapper is something, huh?
Yeah.
That was after. That's not like.
You
That's
mean
not like. Huh?
from like childhood.
Yeah, that's something that just came about. Like rap, it wasn't a thing, innit? It's something that just
Yeah.
happened and we're living through it and we're doing it. You
Yeah.
get me? It's not like it's something. Oh, I wanted to do it.
So what at like?
What did I? What have I ever wanted to do? I used to like pictures. I wanted to be a photographer.
Okay.
Oh, serious?
Hmm?
Serious?
Yeah, I used to like taking pictures and stuff. I used to like cameras and that from when I was a kid.
Kid, like what age?
Primary school, young. I used to have a little camera. I bought a camera. I used to take pictures and never developed them.
You used to what? You're so... What? You used to do what?
Take pictures but not develop them. You know how it used to come in that little
Oh,
spoon?
yes, I remember.
Yeah.
I have to go boots and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't even see some
So you
of
don't bring your
finest work.
talent.
I don't
So you
even know.
literally just did the act, just took the pictures.
I don't even know how good I really am. You get me?
Was that
My
exercise
potential's
that
been wasted.
was introduced to you by one of the school lessons or something?
What made me get into photography
Because I
again?
remember there were exercises when the teacher would take us on a little trip.
Oh, yeah, I remember those. Those are annoying.
And you would have a whole set of cameras. So maybe that's what.
I can't think what triggered it, but I remember I bought a red camera. I had a little red camera that I liked, my
Yeah.
camera, and they used to take all the pictures. But I don't know what they look like. So I never used to develop them.
Yeah.
But I used to take enough pictures though,
Fair enough.
and I was good at it.
You don't know if you're good at it. Big man, you never saw the results.
Yeah, you never knew.
I said I was good at it, you know. We don't know. We don't know what we don't know. That is your favorite quote. You said that. All right, so none of us had the thing we wanted to be when we were younger.
Nope.
Ben, what was yours again?
I didn't
From
know
16?
until I was 16.
Yeah, what was that though?
I knew I wanted to, one, be a producer,
Okay.
and then own a record label.
Okay, all right. Well, you're on track. Okay, I think you're the person on track for that. So why do you think so many dreams are deferred and will never become realized? Why does your football career not happen? I mean, being Nigerian, I kind of feel like I might know why.
No, it wasn't even that, you know. I think for
Okay,
me,
that's good.
it was confidence. Maybe, I don't know if I want to blame lack of opportunity, because I think I had opportunities.
Really?
Yeah. I think confidence, and I think for me, I grew later in life.
Okay.
So I was quite small growing up.
Okay.
And maybe that played
a part.
That played a part as well. I didn't really get big until I was like 18.
Okay.
And when it comes to football, you have to kind of be institutionalized from early. Like you got to be playing for a club from when you're young. So.
But then you.
Or maybe I just wasn't good enough. How about that?
Yeah, but then do you know though, because you know how like with football you have to play from like when you're really young.
Yeah.
Not a lot of parents will have that knowledge.
To be fair,
To know that.
my parents didn't support me in like a really big way.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
probably a factor too. Like,
Probably, I think that definitely was a factor.
yeah, my parents kind of allowed me to do whatever I wanted to do in regards to football,
Okay.
but they weren't necessarily there.
Okay,
I'm
okay, I
trying
get
to
what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, so when it came to football, if I was doing something football related, leave them to it.
Okay.
But they were never there to
To be like, okay, yeah,
support
okay.
me. They didn't take me to games. They didn't.
Okay, I get you.
They weren't involved. It was
Okay, I
just me
get
by
you,
myself.
yeah,
So maybe if my parents were involved, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's hard to say.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Okay. And when you did do rap, you did rap, you just paused it.
Yeah, but I don't think it was like a rap wasn't like a. I don't count. That wasn't like a dream for me. That wasn't like something that I wanted to do.
What is your dream apart from being?
It's something that happened when I was a teenager. I was already out on the streets. I was already like living my life, and it's something that just came about. If that
Yeah.
makes sense, and I started doing it. So I don't think that doesn't count to me. It's not like I had dreams of wanting to do music from a kid and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's not. I don't think it's the same thing
Is there anything you want to do now? Is there anything you have dreams of doing now? If you can share, if you want to share,
that I could do now.
that you want to do, like something that's on your list to do.
I'm doing the things that I want to do now.
Okay.
I just need to just get better at them. You get me? World domination, the new black.
Have to see it. All right, fair enough. With me and Law,
Sounded very dismissive.
What you say? It sounded
Me?
what?
Yeah. I wanted to know.
I was
more.
dismissive.
No, it sounded a bit like I wanted to explore what he's talking about. A
What
bit
else
more.
is there to explore? That he said new black.
He said world domination.
You know, how many months have we sat on this sofa with Mark? I know what he means by world domination. I don't want to get into that.
Amen.
But we know what Marx. Everybody knows what Marx means by world domination. What else could you possibly want to explore them, Brent?
Amen.
Ask a question. Go on. There we go.
You said that you were currently doing what it is that you dream of, right? But I don't think that there isn't more. You might be just, maybe when I reach there, then I may be entertaining this particular thing.
Yeah, but that's because I'm a logical thinker.
Okay.
So all the things like when doors open,
Then
the opportunity, then
Okay.
landscapes can change, innit?
Okay.
You get me?
Okay.
So not one thing at a time, but you know.
And you believe you're fully on track, right?
Yeah, I could be further along in my journey, but I'm on the right track, I think.
And the past, let's say 6 or 7 months, if you were to do them again, would you change anything in whichever position you're in order to make sure that where you are right now is further along? Can you identify any mistakes or things that you would have tweaked a bit over the last 6 months? And obviously last week, 6 months had several different elements that obviously affected certain things, 100%.
I don't think it's because I don't think it's things I could control.
Okay.
This year's been up and down, so maybe I would be further along, or I wouldn't even know how to put it. But
Yeah.
you get what I'm trying to say. So because it's not things I control, I wouldn't say I would go back and change anything because
Okay.
it is what it is. It's happened how it's happened, innit? If that makes sense. It's not like things I've done that's led me to wherever. You get me? It's just life playing out. So yeah, no, I think like with anything, when people got plans and stuff like that, it don't always run smooth. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's peaks and troughs and that. So you could always be further along. There'll be times in your journey when you're more disciplined, or when you get what I'm saying, a bit more lax and very whatever. Sometimes you need a little kick up the bum just to get focused. But for the most part, man's doing what man's supposed to be doing.
Good. So you mentioned discipline. Do you think that you could have easily have been more disciplined? Because as you said, everything that you do is because you've chosen to do it, right?
Yeah.
And you've seen the application of a certain effort would yield a particular thing. So given the last 6-7 months, would you tweak your discipline at all?
Yeah, but that's easier said than done.
I know it's hindsight, but can you see that if you had done a particular thing, you could have squeezed more out of that 6 months?
Yeah.
Very easily, right?
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. This is all I'm talking about. Because now you're going into another 6 months, having seen what a particular percentage of discipline and application has yielded. in my mind, you being Margs, you're gonna tweak, adjust. If it is that you want to get to a position quicker than you wanted to, I'm just saying, just logically speaking.
But and just be more disciplined. Again, that's like with foresight. Now you're talking, but then when you live and you go through it, it's you get me.
I hear that, but you wake up every single day and you choose to do what you want to do, right? And I believe that once you get in a particular routine, it gets easier to do certain things that you thought you would have never have done without that.
Yeah, routine and
default.
that
Precisely.
forms. You can form good habits as well as bad ones. You get me? So yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. Sorry,
That's all right. What was I saying? Yeah, so with mine, law, I just woke up one day, I didn't want to be a lawyer anymore. And that was very, no, literally, it was very
And that was that.
confusing time. Because I was like, I don't have a plan B, never thought of a plan B. So, but God is sovereign, so here I am today.
Amen.
With more than one plan B.
Hallelujah jingle.
I don't know if I want to hear it, Brent. Is it? I don't know. I don't know.
Go.
I'm scared.
Alright.
I don't know what it is that you have in the bag. So, how many friends do you know today that actually became what they desired as children?
That would assume that I knew what my friends' desires were, and I had no idea what anyone wanted
That's
to
a
be.
word, Yusuff. That is a damn word. I don't know what anyone wanted to be.
Yeah, we never had those conversations. Obviously, you can, like for example, I knew what friends were pursuing football
Okay, yeah.
or were pursuing sports.
Any of them footballers today?
No, the only footballer that I was not around, but was around or played with when I was younger that made it was Ben Watson.
Okay.
Played for Wigan.
Wigan.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. He wasn't my friend, but I just knew of him.
I knew of him. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we played. I think we played one game together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what my friends wanted to be.
You ain't got a friend that you know you want to be like a little hairdresser or something.
Look at the hairdresser. You're so annoyed. No, I don't think so. Okay, actually, no. I do know people that I feel you can see again, like you said, like I can see that this is what they're kind of pursuing.
Yeah, you could
But I
tell
don't know
who's
if that's
pursuing what.
yeah, but I don't know if
Yeah.
that's what they always wanted, or if from when I just knew them, that's what it was.
Yeah, like there's people who I went to secondary school with who made it in music. So but obviously I never knew that was their
The passion, what
their
they were
passion,
pursuing.
their pursuit. But obviously looking back, I can say, okay, cool.
So it's been
like,
there.
for example, there's one guy, Varen Wade, who's a very big songwriter.
I'm sick.
He was in Fundamental. Do you remember the group Fundamental 03? Remember that group? Playground. You guys know Fundamental, man.
Do you have many things I have not known on this,
Anyway.
on this sofa?
How's that song go? How does the song go?
Yeah.
What do you mean? How's it go?
My throat's not.
Not clear.
But
At this
basically,
hour.
what I'm trying to say is, looking back to school, I could see he was heavily entrenched in music,
Okay, yeah.
from playing instruments to singing to whatever. So it
Yeah.
made sense that when he was an adult, he worked in music. Innit?
Yeah.
So there's people like that I've seen, and it makes sense. Oh, I remember when you were in school, you were heavily into XYZ, and now you are that profession. Cool.
Yeah.
But in terms of having a conversation with people and knowing what people's aspirations were
Okay.
as kids,
People know the group.
yeah, come on, you guys are out of the loop.
I'm young.
You know Fundamental
wanna-
03,
they were
man.
like the B2K boys.
Yeah, man.
Who?
Let me Google that. These people.
I'm gonna show
Fundamental.
a picture of these.
You know Fundamental, man. You're in music industry, so I'm surprised you don't know.
Are they English?
Yeah.
I know rudimental.
Yeah, no rudimental.
That says rudimental.
03 or 03?
03. Well, that's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Zero
you mean
and
the
O.
you mean the writing?
Yeah.
I mean not the writing. The,
it's just
the,
me how people confuse 0 and O. I'm like, no, it's not the same thing.
no,
When
but
you read out a number, do you say O or 0?
I say 0 because it's a number.
Oh, see, I say
Uncultured.
079. I say 07960.
Yeah, you're uncultured.
yeah. Oh, I say 02. I
Okay,
don't
we
say
go.
0.
03 members. They are 03, by the way. Oh, fun.
No, but if you say their name, you don't say Fundamental 03. You
Maybe
say-
they should have
Let me
you
see
say-
them.
you say
called
03.
themselves O. It looks like Nigerian president.
What are we
If
looking
you
at
see
here?
the image that came up, look at the image in there with all the uncles in the agbada over there in the corner. I don't know what picture is coming up. I need to Google that again. Maybe it is. Maybe I should have typed in O.
What do you type in? The word 0?
Ain't no one
No,
know these.
as in number 0.
Oh, I think I've. These Jews were meaty.
Oh, you gotta take it there. What's wrong with this guy? What's wrong with this guy? I'm not even participating in this laughter. Shout out to Varyn Wade, man. Big songwriter in the game. Big songwriter.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm actually done. You actually.
But I remember
We're actually embarrassing. Man. Oh gosh. I can't. How can someone tell us about. Is that your friend?
He's no, he's not my friend.
Okay.
He's not my friend.
Because that would have been bad.
No. We went to the same school. He was a couple years below me. And he was, the young kid who wants to hang around with the oldest.
Oh yeah.
Like, he's a cool guy, man. But anyway,
Oh,
what I'm
dear.
trying to say is, he's an example of someone that I saw who was heavily into their passion, which was music, and later on in life, he became what he wanted to be.
I heard that.
You know what I mean? Now, you guys, the thing is, I feel like I should defend him because I don't like the way you guys are laughing. So let me just run off some of the people that he's written for, right?
You know, it's giving me, I can see the B2K.
Yeah.
It's giving me a style plus.
No, but if you noticed, I didn't mention the group first. I mentioned that he was a songwriter. I wanted to kind of like just brush over that because, but as you guys didn't know who he was, I had to give you
brush over it.
the history. You know what I mean?
Oh dear.
Who did he write for?
He has written for Brandy, LMA, Rich Free 2,
Look.
You say LMA?
LMA, yeah.
That was you can't go from Brandy to LMA. That was a big gap. Who did he write in between?
All right, do you want me to go and get his whole discography or something?
No, I know you're trying to show like range and that. But
No, I wasn't going.
That is.
I wasn't
that
going.
is
I
just a bit dubious.
wasn't going in chronological order.
I
I was just saying names that
said,
came to my head.
wait a minute there. Not about to do that.
So Rich is six words, the one that went number one.
Okay.
He wrote that. He's written for LMA. He's written for Brandy. He's written for. Did I say written for? That's crazy English.
Man, we just skip over it.
A bunch of people, man. A bunch of people. Anyway,
That's good, though.
this is not about him. He's just an example of someone that I saw from young who pursued his career and made it.
That's fantastic.
That's it.
It's really good.
That's it.
Sorry. I'm trying to get myself together. I'm just going in my head. Anyway, so are we trapped in the system? If so, how do you account for those of us who did become what they set out to be? Oh, do you guys think we're trapped in a system where people can't become what they want, what they probably aspire to be?
Yeah. Because people get told they could be anything that they want to be and stuff like that. You can
And
do
that is a
anything
lie.
if you put your mind to it, and I think that's a lie.
Yeah, that is a definite
Yeah,
lie.
it is a lie.
You
But
could be anything like within your like capabilities, like if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And everybody's capabilities are different.
But I think it's about instilling belief in people, innit? You know what I mean?
yeah, but then it's
And because you never know. Like you could tell a kid you can be whatever you want to be, and you don't know what that kid might want to be, but it's possible that that kid could be whatever he
be,
wants
yeah,
to
yeah.
be.
so
So
obviously anything's possible.
so-
If you got someone that wants to be something,
Yeah.
say like a singer,
yeah,
and you can judge that, you can hear, and in your mind,
yeah,
obviously there's loads of singers that are successful that ain't good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
So it's possible it can happen.
yeah.
But you can hear that singing might not necessarily be your story. I know it's your dream.
But you're not talented.
You get me? So then what? Do you keep installing belief into that person?
No, if the child is giving you tangible examples that they can't be this particular thing, then I guess you just have to, I guess, limit or their expectations.
Or manage them.
Manage. Sorry, that's the word I'm looking for. Manage their expectations, as opposed to like, for example, if you know your kid can't sing, Mummy, I want to be a singer, but you know your kid's trash. Don't gas the kid up like, don't worry, you're gonna make it.
But I guess-
manage it a little bit.
Yeah, manage it, take that, do sing lessons and whatever. And
Or
then,
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Maybe help them achieve their goals. So if they're not good at whatever it is, try to help them improve.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you would manage your children's expectations? I mean, possible outcomes?
Depending on what they told me, yeah, for sure. If they told me something outlandish,
Like what?
President of America.
like they want to be the president of America or something.
Even Britain, big man. Don't be silly.
Oh yeah, maybe if they want to be
You know
prime
what I mean?
minister.
Like,
I don't know.
yeah. I think yeah.
But when I
sorry.
say, I'm talking about if the child's a kid,
you can be anything, you can
then
be, darling.
I'm gonna entertain whatever they say in it.
Yeah.
Once they become older and it becomes a actual, reality,
Yeah.
then that's kind of when you manage it. If my 4-year-old niece is telling me that she wants to be the next Beyonce, yeah, baby, you're gonna be the next Beyonce. I'm gonna gas her up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she's a kid.
Yeah.
But if my 18-year-old niece tells me she wants to be the next Beyonce and I see no talent in her, then I might manage that expectation. Or help her achieve her goals, give her some lessons. You know what I mean? Something. Yeah.
No, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that obviously with kids that you can't really be, bursting or popping the bubbles, whatever the saying is.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes sense. But I think the older you get, you start to realize that there's more to it than just dreaming. Like dreaming with no works, with no anything, is literally nothing but it's just a dream, really and truly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think.
Can you guys guess what Imani wanted to be when it is that he was young? Because I've known him since young, innit?
I feel like exactly what he is, an economic man.
Pro-black. I
turned
think he wanted to be a
literally
pro-black.
Remember he told us
pro-black
actually.
activist.
Remember he told us about his auntie when he was much younger, and that was the first sign that he knew yes. Or something like that. I think something like she co-signed and said, yeah, you're going to be someone who fights for black people, something like that. He really wanted to be MLK. That has been his calling. What is it, Brent?
I think it's interlinked. It's conjoined, to be honest. I would have loved him to be in here, right? He had a book of rhymes since day one.
Oh, from Quay.
He had a book of rhymes.
It's Nas.
I thought you like books.
No, he wrote.
He
wrote.
Oh, he wrote them.
Yeah, bars.
Oh, really?
Even before he came to tell me, I have a book of rhymes. Obviously, the connection is Nas.
Yeah.
So I started laughing because
Yeah,
I know you
actually-
love Nas, but come on. He's like, no, I'm serious. I said, really? I said, yeah. Brother has a book of rhymes he's been writing for years.
That's sick.
Even before he came to tell me, I want to try to now become a rapper.
Okay, then.
It never existed before. You could just imagine starting off. I think he was an adult then, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Not a adult, but an adult. And starting off to start rapping at that age, knowing that you've been writing forever, it was so difficult for him. So difficult. You have to respect it, right? Because there's you listening to Nas, there's you listening to your favorite rappers. I was Ice Cube, NW, all them, and then it's you not getting in the booth and trying to do something like that. Brother, it took months to even get him on time and all sorts. But oh my goodness. No, it did. It was, I was here. Do you understand? I had to walk him through all of that crap. Me and him go way back,
I know, bro. I know
like
him.
way back.
I know, babes.
But he always wanted to now make something of that. And yes, when I say it's conjoined, it was linked between conscious rap and the black plight and this, that, and that.
Yeah.
So yes, it was literally interlinked. But he felt the only way I can achieve this particular initial goal of changing black lives for the better is for me to have a voice.
Okay, yeah.
Right? So he'd seen the example of all these rappers and whatnot, and the influence and effect that they had when it is they were spitting, and he knew, well, I can write. If you see some of the flipping bars this nigga has,
What, a revolutionary thing?
not just that. He annoys me so much. He annoys me so much. When I say that, you guys big up Rich 32 a lot. One of the best lyricists out there, right? He writes with his pen wonderfully, right? He scorches the earth. I'm telling you, Emmanuel, nobody comes near to Emmanuel. Not even Nas.
Oh, he was trying to
I'm
get
talking
you on
about
board.
writtens.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not talking about spitting.
entertaining that.
I'm not talking about spitting. I'm talking about writtens. I'm not even saying that Nas is better than him. Yeah, I might have a bias, but I also know who's good. I'm not saying Nas is bollocks. I'm saying Nas is one of the best. So if I'm saying that, if I know what the measure is, I'm chatting crap.
The thing is, this is that
He knows
same.
better than Nas.
No, it is. This is that. E-Man's favorite rapper is Nas. So this is not even a slight to. This is not about me.
Wait, how can it be about you?
No, because he's looking at me like he's talking about Nas.
Oh, good.
Yeah. This is that argument that, you know, people say, is Michael Jordan the best player ever, right? Like there's a guy somewhere in, you know, the depths of wherever who hasn't had the opportunity and no one knows who he is, but he's better than Michael Jordan.
It's possible.
No, I'm saying that this is the kind of argument you're making.
No, but that guy had never shown his talent anywhere.
Yeah.
This Phantom guy.
Yeah.
Emmanuel has been rapping.
Yeah.
So it's a bit different.
No, that guy's showing his talent to people around him. The same way Emmanuel shows his talent to people around him.
No, but this particular example you're giving,
Yeah.
it's a Phantom guy. You're not like saying it's Iverson. You're not saying that.
You're saying like a
this
random
is-
guy.
Yeah, that nobody's seen him at all. It's a hypothetical. You're
No,
making
what
up.
I'm saying is people have seen him, but he hasn't had. I'm not saying there's a guy by himself, you know, shooting layups, you know what I mean, in the dark. I mean, there's people out there who are as good as professionals, but they never got the opportunity. Like things just didn't align for them.
I've seen some footballers
I'm trying to say.
who, bloody hell,
Yeah.
crazy skill, crazy. But whether it's they couldn't divorce themselves on the roads or whatnot, they just didn't make it. And I would say that 100%. That doesn't mean that because I've seen, well, Messi is different class, right? But still, if that guy applied himself the way that Messi applied himself, or had opportunities that Messi had or didn't have in certain circumstances, 100% that these five guys that I know, ballers, bloody ballers. But let's get back to Emmanuel. Bloody hell. There's one written, right? And it's called Safe Blood. Oh my goodness. And I never made it to the air. Never. That was one that he was just keeping in tuck. When it is he became proficient at rapping and everybody was listening now, here's the anthem. You know how 50 Cent had How to Rob?
Yeah.
And you can never forget that, right?
Yeah.
Safe Blood? Bloody hell.
So tell him to bring it up and debut on the show and just do it up here for the people. Then
Yeah,
this is
he's
what we
not
want to
gonna do
see.
that easy.
Huh?
He's not going to do that easy.
E-man, come on, man. I know. Is he in the chat, people?
He's not in the chat.
No, it's not.
No. But he's a mischievous mother effer, man.
E-man's cold, though. That's the wickedest thing about it. When you showed me his music first, where was we? At the Ned?
Yeah, the Ned.
Yeah. And that was annoying because he was there
Yeah.
and Brent's just showing me his music. You get
That
me?
wouldn't What if you didn't like it?
There you go.
No, but that's why I showed it to him. I actually wanted him... Because
He wanted me not to like it. He wanted. He's a piece of shit.
No, I didn't. Anytime I would recommend somebody listen to any of Emmanuel's stuff, nobody's ever going to tell me it's bollocks. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay, yeah.
It means that you don't have any credit in any conversation with rap anymore.
Yeah,
You say it's bollocks.
yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But I knew that you would tell the truth. Do you understand?
Okay, yeah.
So I didn't give it to you thinking, nah, you're going to rinse it. Then you're not my favorite Manston. Credibility out the window.
No, but for me, I was just happy it was good. I was like, whew, that was close.
Close one.
It was close. God
Yeah.
damn.
So Emmanuel wanted to be like somebody who would influence the world with his voice, and yeah, he's on track with doing that. He's causing a whole set of black women terror as he's doing it.
What do you think? What do you think plays the biggest role in the things we dream as kids becoming a reality? Is it environment, parenting, discipline, drive, opportunity, race, economic status, culture, or anything else you can think of?
Everything.
All of them,
All of them.
in my opinion.
All of the above.
All of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All of them play a part.
What's the question exactly? Sorry.
What do you think plays the biggest role in the things we dream as kids becoming a reality? So it's got the example of environment, parenting, discipline, drive, opportunity, race, economic status, culture, etc.
You have to pick one, no? That's the question.
Okay, let's pick one. What's what do you think plays the biggest role?
Opportunity.
Okay. I think discipline, you know.
I'm not gonna pick one. There's so many, and a lot of them kind of intertwine as well. When opportunity meets preparation, you know, it's hard to pick one. To be fair,
Go out on a limb, nigga.
If you had just one to pick, you had to pick one.
All right, just for the sake of the question. I'll pick drive.
Okay. Does anyone want to explain their...
I think opportunity because
Explain the one that you forced me to pick.
Yeah. You got time to think of something?
again, like with all these things, like with the world and stuff, you know, like nepotism and these things, and like it's not what you know, it's who you know, and your connections and stuff like that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, so like all these things would have played a part, discipline, all of that and stuff like that. But I think getting the opportunity, obviously being ready when you get the opportunity, so preparing yourself and stuff like that, like is all part of it. It's all key. But I think like getting the opportunities to do these things, without the opportunities to do these things, then you don't make it there. You get me? Someone else could have done the hard work for you and been dedicated enough to build up their relationships, so they're in a position to give you the opportunity. But all that's, you get me? That's all extra stuff. But I'm saying initially, I think like if you don't get the opportunity to do something, then it's like what you're saying. These guys who play football and who are dope, maybe sometimes they're not determined enough, or their family situation might not have been right, or whatever. But there's a lot of cases where some people just haven't had the opportunity to just put their talents on display.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say?
I don't know. I think opportunity is subjective to particular professions, because in some walks of life you can make your own opportunities and you can make things happen for yourself. With football, sports in particular, that has to be an opportunity that's given to you. I'm not saying you can't go out your way to showcase your talent, but for the most part, you're kind of sought out, as opposed to, I mean, you can't
placing yourself there.
Yeah, I can't go and apply to play for a team, innit? I think with some professions, especially this day and age, you kind of make things happen for yourself. You don't necessarily need an opportunity nowadays.
Yeah, I suppose, but you gotta make them and you gotta take them, and it's still work. It still speaks to the same thing. Like getting an opportunity, making it for yourself doesn't mean you didn't get the opportunity. It's like you know what I'm trying to say. It still speaks to what I'm saying. Like you do have to make it for yourself. You have to take it when it comes, but you need the opportunity. Some people ain't got the skill set to make the opportunities for themselves, and they ain't got the connections to be given opportunities by anybody. So then, where do they stand then? You get me? I still think the opportunities, however you get it, is key.
I feel you. Yeah, I picked discipline because I think that a lot of people, or a lot of us anyway, desire this and desire that, but we actually don't have the discipline to actually go after what it is. And I think that a lot of opportunities are missed because of a lack of discipline, and things are slowed down because of lack of discipline. I think discipline is plays such a huge part in our lives.
I think what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick a couple, and I'm gonna tell a little, not a story, but there's this basketball player called Lenny Cook, and Lenny Cook was around the same class as LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, a few others, right? And around the time he was ranked the #1 high school player in the country, above LeBron, right? He had everything you could think of in terms of skill set, physicality. But his issue was his environment, the people around him, his discipline. Like, he had all the talent, but he didn't work hard.
Okay.
So people, you know, sometimes hard work can outwork talent if talent doesn't work hard. So he had all the talent in the world. But he didn't work hard. He didn't practice. He didn't take it seriously. He was being surpassed by others, innit? So for him, it was a combination of a few things. Combination of him not working hard, him being distracted by the glitz and the glamour. He had agents in his ear offering him money, girls, clubs, whatever. He was young. He got caught up. He got caught up, and he didn't make it. He didn't make it to the NBA.
I would hate that.
He didn't make it to the NBA, and he was meant to be
the biggest
at the time, innit? And you had people like LeBron who were essentially kind of level pegging with him. Like, him and LeBron were meant to be like 1 and 2, like which one's 1, which one's 2 kind of thing, innit? And he didn't make it to the NBA. And there was a documentary that came out about it. And that's how I know all this stuff, innit? Documentary came out, and he's basically just living a
normal life.
Like, he's basically like a what's that phrase?
Average Joe.
What's that?
Average Joe.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
I can't live like that.
You know what I mean?
I would be so like.
Yeah. Yeah.
boy, I'd be so upset myself if I actually knew that I
Yeah.
could have been something,
Yeah.
but for lack of,
Lack of discipline,
oh,
lack of drive, because the opportunity was there.
and you get to watch everyone else
Yeah.
live what you could have been.
Yeah, like he had the opportunity was there. He was playing in
Yes.
all the ABC, Adidas basketball camps,
Yeah.
whatever. He was playing all the steps that you go through as a
Yeah.
high schooler to get to the NBA, the camps, the whatever. He went through all that. He was in that. He was in those.
He had
Playing-
all the opportunities. It's
Well,
just,
yeah, but because of his drive, discipline, people around him, it fucked up, and he didn't make it to the NBA.
it's a very sad life.
Yeah,
Did you seem happy in the documentary?
No.
Damn.
at all. He seemed still
Stuck on that.
bitter, angry, frustrated. I mean, and you can see his living circumstances weren't even that of someone who was living a good life or decent life, even if he just had a regular job. He seemed kind of like
Below, just
overweight. You know what I mean, even physically, you can see that it took its toll on him. You know what I mean? And that's someone who had the world at his feet.
That's
Yeah.
sad, man.
Yeah.
I always think that though. Like when I die, I don't want God telling me what I could have been, and I know that I'm the reason why I wasn't.
Yeah,
Like because I lacked discipline or because I
Yeah.
just didn't pay attention and stuff like that. Like that scares me.
yeah.
It's a shame, man.
God damn.
That is a shame. That was deep. That was a good story though. I hope that motivates everyone in some kind of way. So they say it's never too early to plan for the future. Without exposing everything you want to do, have you started mapping things out for yourself, families?
Yeah.
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 Marks.
Say that again.
It's never too early to plan for the future. That's what people say. Without exposing everything you want to do, have you started mapping things out for yourself or your families?
Yeah.
You're so annoying. Yeah, I would say yeah. I can't. Yeah, I would say yeah. So, okay, so do you plan on drastically changing professions? You know, like Margs being a Tory MP, for example.
Mm.
Do you plan on drastically changing professions in time?
I wouldn't say I plan on it, but if the right opportunity comes my way,
Yeah.
then I'll take it.
I'm the same. I think what I realize is that I'm someone who wants to do different things. Like
Yeah.
I discover new interests I have every day.
Yeah.
So, and I find that really exciting about life.
Yeah.
That I know that one day I want to be like a therapist,
Mm.
like in the future when I've got time to sit down and read a book, like as in go for the degree. But there's so many things I want to do. I want to be a barber as well. I think I might learn how to DJ next year. There's so
Fucking
many
hell.
things I want to do. I have so many things I'm so interested in I want to do that I don't know where this journey of life is taking me. Like I look forward to where I'm at 50. Boy,
Barber, DJ, breakdancer, going for it.
pop locking,
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
that.
you're gonna be doing loads at 50.
Yeah, and I find that so exciting because I'm going to be someone with different skills. Like even the things I do today, I didn't see this
Yeah.
happening, and I find that exciting. So who knows what I'm going to be doing at the end of next year? This time next year, damn, might be a real estate agent.
Sky's the limit.
This guy's really the limit. I love that.
Yeah, you gotta be open and like I don't know, like you can't like you
Limit
gotta be
yourself.
willing for can't just box yourself in. You gotta be willing for change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say. So you might not know where you want to go, but like I'm saying, when these opportunities arise, something might spark your interest, and you say,
Yeah.
actually, you know what?
Let's do
Let me
this.
explore this.
Yeah.
And let me explore that. You get me?
Yeah.
It's probably best to have the mindset to like not just just pigeonhole yourself into one thing and just be open to exploring anything, and then that way,
Yeah.
you get me, rather than just saying, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, because you don't know what the future holds.
And
You
that's
get
the
me?
truth. Because I remember I said how like I just always wanted to be a lawyer. And being a lawyer, that was all I ever saw. And when I didn't want to be a lawyer, I literally was in a state of confusion. I was like, what the hell am I gonna do? But then out of that, my mind is opened up so much to like different other interests and different other careers that I want to pursue and stuff like that. It's exciting scenes, man.
Yeah, I think life's just for living. I enjoyed. Obviously, it's good to plan stuff and have plans and stuff like that, but I enjoy like going through the motions and
Yeah.
and seeing where it takes me.
Same.
You get me? So
What's your go on.
no, go on.
Now, what's your thoughts on the age-old phrase, a jack of all trades is a master of none? But you know that's not the full quote. The full quote it actually is, a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one.
Period.
But for some
That's a
reason,
bar.
the latter part of that quote has been
Yeah.
erased from mankind, and it's just the jack of all trades is the master of none.
Do you know what's funny? Because the
Because
Master of
it's
None
short
was
and
recently
sweet.
added on. As
Was
in
that?
people just Master of None is something that people just recently started saying.
Yeah.
People always usually stopped at Jack of all trades,
Yeah,
and then they added on the Master of None. I thought, oh, well, damn,
yeah,
that's a read. But now that I know the full thing,
yeah. But I think the first
me
part,
Jack, baby.
of the quote does serve a certain narrative, though.
yeah,
That if you spread yourself too thin
yeah,
and you have too many hands in all these different baskets, you may not master one of these professions. You may
Yeah.
just be decent at all of them because you haven't put all your effort into one.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
could be good enough at all of them that you're better than. That it's just people just trying to hold
Yeah.
you back. That's all it is. That's just haters. Just people trying to hold you
So
back.
there's
It
ops.
These
is
niggas
just
can't
people
hold
just trying
me
to
back.
dim your light. That's all it is. Just
Yeah.
trying to tell you to stay in your lane and relax, and they don't know nothing. It's like, but we've got real life examples of that. Someone like, I don't know, like Djokovic is so well rounded at everything. He does.
Djokovic.
Is that his name? Tennis player. Yeah, he's just so well rounded at everything. Like he's so dope at everything
What?
that he's just the coldest.
At what?
Tennis.
Yeah, that's tennis. One thing.
It's not one thing. There's serving. There's like you know what I'm trying to say.
Serving?
That ain't what we're
Serving
talking
what?
There's
about.
different styles.
As a seven
There-
to ball?
look,
No.
There's
No,
there is
no,
there's
no, seven to ball. in the tennis match.
We ain't talking.
yeah.
That's
There's
still
different.
tennis, though.
Marks,
There's different types of tennis players. There's people that have different
Marks,
strengths
this is a
at
bad
doing
example.
different
This is a bad
things.
example.
My
Bad
man is
example.
well rounded at everything.
He's a good tennis player. That's a bad example.
It's not a bad
It is
example.
a bad example.
It's not a bad example.
It's a bad example.
If you use that same concept with cricket, I understand that because one could be an all-rounder.
When did you watch?
What with catching, bowling,
Yes, an
batting.
all-rounder is a
Marks, a jack of all trades.
It's
in
the
this
same-
example,
you
is
can-
someone who
you
might
can-
play multiple sports, not someone who's a master at one. You're
No,
describing someone
because you
who's
see, there's
mastered
different.
tennis.
You see with
Yeah.
different. You see with different skill sets. Yeah.
Marks, this is not a
There
good
is,
example.
you see when you got different skill sets, yeah, you can apply that to anything. It
Not
could
a
be
good
someone who
example.
it could be someone who plays football, whether it be your control, your shooting, your passing, your heading, your rare. If you can, someone can master one thing and be like a dope shooter, like Harry Kane's finishing levels is so cold. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Or you can have a little bit of everything and make you well rounded and make you a dope player. You can put that way of thinking into everything.
Use
Like
50 Cent instead.
use 50.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he does. He's good at music,
What do you mean?
acting.
As in 50
As
Cent
well,
is
producing.
Get out of that
rapper,
one field
producer,
of
songwriter. Like
No, but within
That's what Jack of all
you're,
trades
you're,
is.
you're,
Not.
within-
you're describing
within-
someone who mastered
Who's a
one,
jack of a
one
trade.
art, which is tennis. He mastered
no, it's
tennis.
mastered one thing within the art.
Marks, please don't do this. Stop breaking.
I
Stop.
said, please don't do
You're-
this.
No,
you're-
I'm
you're-
telling you
No, but
something.
no, but listen. A
It
jack-
takes different things to make up something. Even like an artist, even like a rapper, you're saying a one rapper. It's not like it's
I
not one thing.
know,
There's
but
different
that's
things
not
in it.
this
Whether it be
conversation.
your cadence, your lyrical ability, what you write, they're all different things, yeah, that match up, yeah, to make the one thing. Whether it just be rapping, you could do one of them things so good,
Yeah.
that it excels you in your craft. It's the same thing what we're talking about.
No, that's not a jack of all trades.
To be honest, he started it. He coined the conversation, and then you're telling him now this is what he's talking about. He's telling you that's not what he's talking about.
I'm not telling him what he's
You
talking
can
about.
make
I was
a
talking about.
separate-
Yeah,
I was talking
yeah,
about.
that's a separate
I wasn't
thing.
telling him what he was talking about. I was telling him what I was talking about, and
Alright.
he's telling me it's not relevant and I can't use it. And I'm explaining to you why you can. You get what I'm trying to say? You have all different traits. You get what I'm trying to say?
within one particular field.
Within one
Yeah, yeah.
particular field,
Yeah.
What's a trade?
different traits.
No,
What's a-
trade.
A trade.
Yeah.
What is a trade?
Yeah.
I don't know. What's the
So
Google
a jack
term
of
of
all
it?
trades is someone, for example, who might let's
Jamie
keep it-
Foxx.
Let's Jamie Foxx. Jamie
Yeah,
Foxx
Jamie Foxx.
is a singer. He's an actor. He's a comedian. He probably does like you could say
Yeah, I think he does some producer work as well,
directing. Yeah.
That's different traits.
These are all different traits. Let's take it back to sports. Look at someone like I
And he
don't
can
know.
either do one thing
Wait.
super good enough, or he can do all of them well-rounded enough to make him a big like a package. There you go, a better
Yeah,
package.
yeah, but you're describing someone who has mastered their trade. So
A certain
that's what you've described. If you're going to take it to sports, a jack of all trades in sports to me is someone like Bo Jackson, who played American football and baseball.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
He
yeah,
mastered
yeah.
two different sports.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Let's just say me, for example. Let's just say I was great at football, basketball, and athletics. That's a jack of all trades. If I'm just good at football, I've just mastered football.
Oh, in sports, someone said Michael Jordan. Apparently, he played
He
pro
did. He
basketball
played
and
baseball.
baseball.
He did, but he wasn't a very good baseball player.
Oh, well, that's that then.
Yeah, he wasn't a jack of all trades like that.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
Bo Johnson's better. He played American football. He played
Baseball.
baseball.
Yeah.
He could have played basketball, but didn't at that level.
Yeah.
Because you know what is that? What the example you gave is someone who then is a master of one.
Yeah, exactly.
He was a
They're
master
a
of
master of one.
tennis.
Master of tennis.
Yeah, but they're not like a master of every aspect of it, though.
Yeah, but that's a different conversation, I think. Like,
Because I get what you're saying. That's what I'm trying to say. But they're not a master of every aspect of it. There's still different things that they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, many of them don't clock the tennis game like he has.
Huh?
Many of them don't clock the tennis game like he has.
That's what I'm trying to say. So he took every aspect of it and he does every aspect of it to a good enough level. With certain people, they just do one part of it good. I think he's done every aspect of it to a level and it's rounded out. So it speaks to... It's not the exact same thing, but
Yeah,
it,
so I think-
it speaks to what I'm saying, though, innit?
I think you're saying, he
Yeah,
is a
'cause-
master of tennis. Like, he mastered all the facets of tennis.
Okay, I take that.
Yeah.
But it's funny how you're now saying you take that, but
Is someone on
even
there?
before
No.
you said that you take that, we understood how you were on the wrong side anyway. But many people basically saying they agree with you.
They kind of agree with me because they can see what I'm
No, but,
saying.
you've not conceded.
Huh?
You've now conceded.
Yeah.
No, the way he put it, that language that he just
that
used,
before, but-
he didn't say
One
that.
second, caller.
It's the language is important. He didn't say that.
Wait, sorry, Margs, your fault.
So,
Thank you.
That's all right.
What's that for you?
I'm just telling you that you have a loyal
First of all-
clan over here.
it's not a clan. It's sensible people who can hear when someone's articulating themselves and saying something and they can understand what they're saying.
Sounds like a cult to me. I'm joking.
I don't think so.
That's okay. Hello, good morning.
Why did you
And good morning. Basically,
It sounds like that.
that's exactly what I called in as well. I think what Mark is trying to say is basically what Djokovic has mastered is. He can play on the clay. He can play in Wimbledon where they play on grass. He can play in the Australian Open where they play on the different surfaces. Do you know what I mean?
That's
It's
what
like
I was getting at. But I think the
different-
point that he made is that it's still all
In
one.
tennis.
It's still all in tennis.
all within tennis. And that's one trade. Tennis, let's look at the sport or the profession as a trade, right? It's jack of all trades. Tennis is one trade. So Djokovic has mastered tennis, clay,
But
grass.
he's mastered all surfaces though.
Yeah, no,
That's
that's
still
but that's still all
You
in
know-
tennis. Everything you're describing, the surfaces, the techniques, the styles, it's all in the game of tennis.
But what they're saying
Which
is,
is
I
one
wasn't
trade.
totally off with what I'm saying. If the correlation towards, you get what I'm trying to say. If you use him as an example, like it kind of makes sense what I was saying. But obviously, I get you because you're saying it's all within one trade. But what I would put the point. That's what you're saying. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah,
that it covers
no.
all the bases.
If you're taking tennis and you're now going to break tennis down into all these different categories, and you're saying he's mastered,
Yeah.
then I can see what you're saying. But that's not what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it's two different points.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
that's all it is.
I'll take
Fair
that.
enough.
I don't mind.
Yeah,
I don't mind
'cause
conceding. You don't need to argue there.
because basically I would have said Federer he won the most on grass, Djokovic won the most on Australian Open, and Rafael's got the most on the clay. But Djokovic has at least won one of each. Do you know what I'm saying? So basically, that's how I was looking at it.
Yeah, that's fair, man.
I agree with you, man. I appreciate the support as well. You was right. We was onto something, but let's give it to them and he'll be fine. He'll take that.
No, I think I think we're making two different points. You're breaking down one trade into many different categories and saying, this player mastered all these categories within this sport. So in your mind, you're looking at maybe playing on clay, playing on grass, playing on the indoor surface. These are all different trades that he's mastered. Oh, he's great at serving, he's great at this. These are all different trades of the sport. So you're breaking down all the facets of tennis into different trades and saying, he's mastered this. Because some players, for example, are only good on grass.
Yeah.
They're not good on clay. I get what you're saying. But in my initial argument, jack of all trades, I was talking about different professions. So someone who, like Esther said, I want to be a barber. I want to be a DJ. I want to do eyebrows. I want to do a broadcaster. These are all different industries. That's what I was referring to.
Yeah, no, facts. I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thank you very much, caller.
Thank you, caller. Alrighty. What age do we end on this one? What age do you guys plan to retire?
Matter of fact, the funny thing, I asked my dad this yesterday, actually.
When he plans to retire?
Yeah, he said when his body tells him to.
Well, and that's that on a Nigerian man.
He's currently
that on a hard worker?
He's 65 at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, he said when the body tells him to stop, he'll stop.
That sounds about right to me.
Yeah, same here.
I think I'll feel completely useless if I'm not doing something.
I can't imagine having that free time. That's why they've been Sainsbury's just chatting up the person on the till, and I'm behind in the queue like, ma'am.
No, that's what he said to me. He said,
Grandma, move out the way.
if I don't work, what am I going to do? Just be at home watching TV.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like, he said that he has to keep his body active, his mind active. Because if he just stays stagnant, then obviously at that age,
deteriorate.
he's scared that, the trouble in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd always want to be doing something.
Yeah.
If it's going to, that's just something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I wouldn't mind retiring early.
What's early for you? At 5 years' time.
Mm.
You, 5 years' time. I don't think you could survive that. I think you'd have one whole week of retirement and you'd be like, this is dead.
Yeah, but then you can just like get hobbies and stuff, like starting businesses.
That's working, maybe. I said I'll retire and I'll just start businesses. That's working. But hobbies is lit though. Having hobbies will be lit.
I think you don't have to retire. If you can be old and have passive income and just be, you can make money from your phone, just at home chilling. That's a form of retirement to me. Like, retirement for me is not being in the field.
Picking cotton.
Not having to
Labour.
not being in the rat race. Not having to hustle bustle.
Okay,
not having
yeah.
to commute to work.
Yeah.
If I can be in my mansion, in my skyscraper apartment,
That's right.
making money from my iPhone,
Man to that.
then that's what I'll do
you gotta
forever.
Yeah.
I'll be 90 years old in my house chilling with my feet up, making money from my iPhone.
That'd be sick.
You know what I mean?
That'd be lit. Amen. Won't you do it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's that on that. Let's get into our next headlines. The Supreme Court will rule whether Scotland can have another referendum. Supreme Court judges are to rule on whether the Scottish Government has the power to hold another independence referendum. First Minister Nicola Sturgeon wants a referendum to be held on the 19th of October next year, but the UK government has so far refused to give formal consent for the votes to go ahead. The court was asked to clarify whether the Scottish Parliament can legislate for a referendum without that consent. Its decision is due to be delivered at 9:45 today, with the result potentially having huge implications for the future of the UK. Pro-independence rallies will be held in several Scottish towns and cities around after the ruling is announced, and Ms Sturgeon is also expected to give her response to the decision. The First Minister has previously said she wants to reach an agreement with the UK government similar to the one that was in place ahead of the referendum in 2014, when Scottish voters backed staying in the UK by 55% to 45%. She has said this would ensure the result is seen as being legitimate and is recognised by the international community, and has accused Westminster of having no respect for democracy by opposing a referendum. But a series of prime ministers, including Rishi Sunak, have argued that the country's focus should be on dealing with issues such as the cost of living crisis and the war in Ukraine rather than independence, and that the result of the 2014 referendum should be respected. There have been suggestions that the pro-UK side could boycott a referendum even if the court rules in favour of the Scottish government. So we'll let you guys know the outcome of that tomorrow. And then this is trigger warning, guys, sorry. So Suffolk police apologise for publishing details of victims with sexual offences. A police force has inadvertently published details of victims of sexual offences on its website, has apologised for the anxiety this unintentional disclosure of personal information will have caused. Suffolk Constabulary said the data breach was discovered by a member of the public on the evening of the 7th of November, but the document was first published in 2019. The information was removed from the public domain as soon as possible after officers were alerted and an internal inquiry began, the force has said. Officers are seeking to establish how many people viewed the information. The data was contained in a spreadsheet on the force's website and related to inquiries into sexual offences and offences that occurred in schools, which were reported between April 1st, 2015 and March 31st of 2019. Suffolk Constabulary said it had been established that 2 to 3% of the published investigations included information which could lead to someone being identified. A spokesperson added that in most cases, no personal data was present. In a statement, the force said, Officers and staff are continuing to assess the scale of the data breach. As part of their work, they're endeavouring to contact those affected at the earliest opportunity to give support, reassurance, and offer an apology. Sounds like it should be a lawsuit to me, but that's just me. And then last news in this segment is also trigger warning, and it's about the Manston Asylum Centre is now empty after weeks of controversy. Manston Asylum Centre, the troubled Home Office site in Kent, where people arriving in the UK in small boats are taken for initial checks, is understood to be completely empty. Just a few weeks ago, about 4,000 arrivals were placed there by the Home Office, almost 3 times the maximum 1,600 capacity of the tented site in Ramsgate. The news comes after a series of controversies at the site, including claims of drug selling by guards, outbreaks of infectious diseases such as diphtheria, the stranding of asylum seekers in central London after their release from Manston, and the death of an asylum seeker placed there on Saturday. The Prisons and Probation Ombudsman has confirmed it is investigating the death of the man who arrived in the UK on a small boat on the 12th of November. His details have not yet been released, and it is understood the Home Office is still trying to contact his next of kin. Alongside this investigation, the Independent Office for Police Conduct, the IOPC, has received a referral from the Home Office about the death. It told The Guardian it was too early to say whether this would result in an investigation. Such investigations involving the Home Office are rare. The last was in 2018 following the death of a 23-year-old Sudanese man at a car wash in Newport, where he fell from a height following an immigration raid. The Kent coroner has confirmed receipt of a referral about the case and is in the early stages of investigating it. Human rights campaigners have raised concerns that the man who died was being held unlawfully at Manston at the time of his death. Small boat arrivals who are taken to Manston are supposed to be held there for only 24 hours. In exceptional circumstances, this can be extended to 5 days. But the man arrived on the 12th of November and died on the 17th of November. That's very sad. Hopefully they can find details of his next of kin, because that's deep. It's very, very deep. But guys, let's try and lighten up the mood a little bit and let's get into Word on Road. Sorry. All right. So Sadiq Khan tweeted, so obviously there's the whole thing about Trump coming back to Twitter, come back on Twitter because Elon is allowing him back, even though Trump has now said he has no interest in coming back on Twitter. I guess it's just a power thing. It's just white men playing
I
with
think
their
Kanye
dicks.
West came back.
Who?
Kanye
Kanye.
West
Yeah, he
came
did. He's a joker, man. Talking about testing.
And
Is this on?
He tweeted Shalom.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And apparently Israel have replied to him.
They're
wanna know.
at Israel?
I just saw
I hope
headline
so.
saying Israel.
I would like to see what they said back. But yeah, so with all of this stuff, so Sadiq Khan basically put up a post and he said, the return of Donald Trump to Twitter shows why we desperately need new regulation of social media and online speech. Freedom of speech is vital, but it must be balanced against keeping other people safe to protect our democracy and society. Trump's actions have put people at risk from hate crimes and physical violence, and he encouraged an attempt to overthrow the democratically elected US government on the 6th of January. Damn, it's nearly 6th of January again.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We already know it could happen again if he's allowed back. He should not be given access to a huge platform to continue spreading hate and undermining democracy without, at the very least, signing a binding code of conduct leading to his immediate removal if broken. So he put this on Facebook and then he came on Twitter, took a screenshot of his Facebook post.
Facebook. What you said it was?
Facebook.
Facebook.
His Facebook post, and then put it on Twitter, and he said, Trump is a dangerous far-right politician who has a history of inciting violence. He must not be allowed to use social media to preach hate and further fuel the politics of division. I find it funny when people do stuff like that. When people make a big note and then they tweet it, but then do a nice brief summary in the tweet. So that means that we could have just gone off the nice brief summary in the tweet. Because you know people are not going to read that whole paragraph. But anyways, the bit of the news really is that Andrew Tate quote tweeted that and said, London is a shithole and it's this woman's fault. Pointing at Sadiq Khan.
Okay. Oh, this woman's fault.
Yeah. Which is problematic in itself, but It's Andrew Tate. I don't expect anything less.
Where's he from, Andrew Tate?
I don't know.
Is he American or English?
I don't know.
Let me just Google.
I have intentionally not consumed that man's content.
I'm gonna assume he's English because he's in English affairs. But I just
No,
wanna
sometimes they're not.
confirm.
That's the
Okay.
craziest thing. Sometimes they're not. I feel like he's not English. Will the verdict be coming shortly?
He's reverted to Islam now, though.
So I've been told.
American, British.
Okay.
American British. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so he then went in with his 2 pence, but I thought he was being cancelled and he wasn't allowed to talk in public. But
I see him doing like a little face off with KSI the other day.
oh, is it?
Yeah, I think they're gonna fight maybe.
No, he's gonna fight. It wasn't KSI. It's Jake Paul.
Oh, sorry, Jake Paul. Sorry. Oh no, I saw KSI doing a face off with another guy.
I thought
And
Andrew
the
Tate was a
guy
podcaster.
slapped his hat and threw a drink on him.
He's a kickboxing champion as well.
Oh, is he?
Sure he was, or something like that.
Okay, fair enough then. Fair enough.
Andrew Tate's lit, man.
Is he?
Yeah, man. I like Andrew Tate.
Do you like Kevin Samuels as well?
Who?
Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, I like Kevin Samuels.
Who else is there, Brent, that isn't the same? Okay.
Marx would argue that they're not the same.
They're not the same to you?
No, I don't strike them. They don't strike me the same.
What's Andrew Tate's main
Spill.
USP?
I don't know because I don't. I'm not like a
Like, no, but what's his ethos? What does he spread? What narrative does he spread?
He's just someone. I just like someone that's a straight talker. From what I've gotten from him, he's someone that's a straight talker, and he doesn't mind giving his opinion, standing on it, behind it, and he backs it up with quite logical way of thinking. Not necessarily, I don't want to say facts or anything like this, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know how that word goes.
There you go.
Do you agree with the things he says?
Some of them.
Okay.
Some of them. I don't have to. I don't know. I don't have to. For me, I don't have to agree with something everybody says. I agree with stuff Piers Morgan says. Can't stand the guy. I think he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? But there's things I've seen him having debates and conversations where he's saying things, and I'm like, yeah, you're right.
No, I'm genuinely asking because I don't know much about what Andrew Tate is about in it, so I'm just trying to find out what's his actual narrative.
Yeah, I don't know why people don't like him.
Well, the media done a big push for it. I don't know what the big start of it is. I don't know. I don't even know, to be totally honest with
Brent, do
you.
you have any idea what his thing is?
As in his USP?
Yeah, like, why is he hated like this?
No, why they hate him so
Andrew
much
Tate
for? Why they hate him
stood
so
out?
much? That's what I'd like to know.
I think based on certain comments that he had made on certain podcasts, I think this is before he became famous, by the way.
Okay.
I think he's changed since then, and he's even said, because I have a bigger platform now, I have more responsibility with what I say and how I say it.
Yeah.
And that's he said as much when he was on the Piers Morgan
show, yeah.
That was a mess for Piers Morgan, to be honest. It was a nonsense interview. But anyway, I think a lot of the incendiary comments that he makes, who he made about women, were wild. And I don't even think that he doesn't stand behind it being wild when you ask him today. He would say, yeah, I see how it is that people would say this way and that. And I wouldn't say it that way. No. Do you understand? So it's too late. He has already been seen as empowering all of the incels. Those men who hate women and whatnot. And that's kind of what Kevin Peterson is also mad with, that brush. And also Kevin Samuels was mad with that same brush. So they all kind of lumped in together as the champion of this incel movement.
And Kevin Thompson isn't.
But they move like these men hate women, but they don't know.
It's a word. Someone said I shouldn't speak ill of the dead. I don't believe in that saying, by the way.
Who?
I think I've said it. Because I said about Kevin Samuels.
Oh, Kevin Samuels.
I don't believe in not speaking ill of the dead. I think if the dead was ill when
I
they
think
were
it
alive,
depends on what they've done.
Yeah, I would speak ill of anybody.
I don't feel.
Alive or dead. You get it any day with me.
Yeah. I don't know.
Kevin Samuels wasn't doing anything wrong. I don't know if I want to bring all this stuff up. Like, he's not like a man's delivery or his style, or some people hate cold, hard facts, but he wasn't doing anything wrong. And people moving like he's making a mockery
There's
or
certain
trying
people,
people was calling up to be a part of his platform on his show.
Yeah.
He's having honest conversations and giving his opinion on things. And
Yeah.
people don't want to vilify this man. This is ridiculous.
I think someone like Kevin
It's
Samuels
outrageous.
in his death
egregious.
doesn't need to be, whatever the word is.
Yeah, but when he was alive, he was.
I
So
know,
why
but
should people not have that energy because he's dead now?
Because now he's suffering the ultimate punishment, which is death.
Nah, we can add to that.
And correction, it's not Kevin Peterson, it's Jordan Peterson.
Okay.
Kevin just corrected me. Thank you very much, Kevin.
Oh, that's who you were talking
Kevin
about.
Woodner, wasn't he?
Yeah, Jordan Peterson.
I watched Jordan Peterson yesterday. I like Jordan Peterson too.
Because of how he speaks,
Yeah,
his logical arguments, how he constructs ideas and stuff.
yeah, I like him. I like Shapiro. What's his name?
Ben Shapiro
Yeah, I like Ben Shapiro.
and Candice Owens, obviously, also.
I've never listened to Candice Owens speaks properly, but if she said some stuff, I'd like her as well. Just because you don't have to agree with things that people say across the whole board.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? That because life's not about that. You know what I'm trying to say? You can't just take it just because someone's got one thing that you don't agree with, one take, one opinion that you don't like, then all of a sudden you just want to rubbish everything that they're saying as bollocks. Because the world doesn't work like that. You get what I'm trying to say?
I have a couple of people in the chat saying he being Andrew Tate, he said women over 19 are undateable because they were experienced.
He never said undateable. He said men prefer younger women because they're less experienced. Not less experienced because they've got less bodies on them, basically. That and the things that it's like what you're saying. Some things people think about like in your head it's all right, but saying out loud people don't like it because it sounds like distasteful, whatever. But he wasn't lying.
But even if that sentiment was true, 19 being your benchmark is egregious.
That's wild.
What do you mean? We just watched Gemma on Love Island. She was 19.
Yeah?
Cool.
Yeah.
For you?
and
It's egregious. Speak for yourself. It's your
I am,
opinion.
I am,
exactly. So what you keep putting your opinions and your morals on other people. You speak for yourself. There's so many people in the world who don't give a fuck and will chop 19-year-old girls, and they're not, and it's not illegal.
Let them
And
chop
certain
them then.
things-
there's
Let them
certain
chop
things,
them.
and the point I'm trying to make is, yeah, whatever you sort of think, everybody watching at home, listening, everybody's entitled to their own opinions, yeah. But what the people forget, and they think their opinions, they get bloviated and think it means more than it does. It doesn't mean anything. It just means you don't like him. Doesn't mean these young 19-year-old girls are going to stop chopping him. Doesn't mean he's going to stop chopping them. And it's not going to change any situation, whether you think it's wrong or right. The guy ain't breaking no laws.
what are you saying
Leave
there?
people to do what they're doing.
This is what I'm saying, yeah.
So 1 second. Andrew Tate gave his opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave my opinion.
giving his-
so
giving
what's
his
what's
opinion?
what's the pushback?
The pushback is you're saying it's egregious. It's not egregious.
That's my opinion.
That's his opinion, though. It is egregious.
That's my opinion.
No, but you are changing it like they're facts, though. You're saying it's
No,
egregious. You're doing
it's my
egregious
opinion.
things.
I didn't say it's fact.
You push these
It's
narrative
my-
like they're facts.
Who's
This is
you
why
lot?
these things
It's
that
my
are pushed on
opinion.
him. This is why these opinions that are going around about him are pushed as facts. This guy's doing this, he's doing that, he's doing that. They're not doing nothing. You are just pushing your opinions on him because you don't like his opinions.
My opinion, yeah.
My opinion that is
if
egregious.
19,
End of story.
If 19 is the benchmark, it is egregious.
It's egregious.
It is disgusting.
End of story.
And that is giving me very creepy vibes.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's my
But the point
opinion.
I'm trying to make is that don't mean nothing.
And that's great.
But
and that's
everybody
fine.
wants to shout it to the rooftops until it means something. But it don't mean nothing. Like whatever you think about, it doesn't mean nothing. No one cares. Like, but people want to push it and shout it and push it and try and force their opinions to mean something.
I'm not.
They're
Don't
saying,
mean nothing.
do you know what?
If
the
this is
thing
the hill
like,
you want to die on, then die on that hill. Bro.
I will die on that hill. I'll die on any
fine.
hill because I will do whatever I want. And whatever people
No
think
one's
about me,
dying.
whatever people think
No,
about
you
me
know what
ain't
I
none of my
mean.
business. I tell people all the time.
do you know what it is? Whatever,
No, but the thing
there's
is,
certain things here
Andrew
that,
Tate's giving his opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're taking that in and you're fighting for his opinion. I'm giving my opinion and it's bare like
I'm
you're
not-
pushing it as fact. This is
I'm
my
not-
opinion. I think it's egregious. End of story.
This is the problem where we
what's-
get here.
what's-
Yeah,
What I
because
think doesn't mean nothing
everybody's
to you,
just-
which is fine.
Everybody's just giving their opinions, innit? Yeah?
Yeah.
He gave his opinion. He never asked no one to digest it. Yeah. Everybody who's got their opposing opinion
Yeah.
now, yeah, is trying to force their opposing opinion and trying to vilify a man for their opinions. Everybody's just giving opinions. It doesn't matter. None of these things are facts. Everybody can think how they think. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, what facts would be if a man's
How
doing
old is Andrew
something
Tate?
illegal and doing something wrong and rare, rare, then they need to be punished for it. But all
He's
the
young.
other stuff that's done, all this stuff that's done with it in the light and in the parameters that society set
Oh,
for us,
dear.
yeah, people giving their opinions don't make a difference. But the problem
Marks,
is people are forcing their opinions
Marks,
like they're
I
being
hear
more
you.
than they are.
I hear you. A man said
this uncle is
women
35, by the way.
dating, men dating. No, women, sorry, let me get my thoughts together. What's the statement again, Brent? Read that again about the 19-year-old.
Let me just scroll up.
Women over the age of 19 are undateable.
That's not a quote. He never said that.
That's what I'm just going off what Brent read out.
Yeah, but that's not a quote though.
What did he say then? Do you know the quote?
No, but he never said because that was on the Piers Morgan thing. He never said women over
Can
19 are
someone in the
undateable.
comments
If
help me again?
a man
It's a lot of
said that
scrolling.
women over
Oh,
the age of
call in.
19 are undateable, that is egregious.
That means, do you know what it is? That means, yeah.
End of
19 is
story.
the cut-off date, so he's going
End
younger.
of
oh,
story.
Dear, I'm gonna be sick.
Mate.
And he's 35 as well. Dear. Anyway,
Again, it's
each
ain't
to
gonna-
their own.
Ain't gonna stop. Ain't gonna stop him getting these bitches.
I don't care what
More
bitches he
people,
gets.
more people need to be jailed. Like I say.
Huh?
More people need to be jailed. That's wild.
That's
So-
the thing.
so-
You can't jail because you never done nothing that's not illegal.
Give me
No,
the,
I'm saying,
give me,
I'm saying
give
that
me,
there's.
give me the quote then.
Do
Give
you
me
know
the
what it is,
exact
The
quote.
thing is, in this world, yeah, we all live by different morals, but there's
Exactly.
certain things that we should all have a universal moral on.
That's not true either.
You're telling me you're chopping
It's-
19,
I know it's not true. I want it to be
19,
true.
19 and below. That's egregious.
That's wild.
I don't
bro.
give a fuck about it being legal. Come on, bro. That's a stupid statement, bro.
It's not because it's your opinion. You don't give a fuck.
picking
And
up the
people who
phone,
fuck
bro.
9-year-olds don't give a fuck either.
Miles, guess what? All I'm saying is my opinion. So stop taking it like I'm saying a fact. Just because I'm saying it with passion doesn't mean it's a fact. It's my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
35 to 19 is a mad ratio. Is there someone on the phone?
Oh, I think he said that they are more attractive than 25-year-olds.
I don't think he was talking about just their age. He was talking about girls that's been with more men.
I need to find this.
Even
quote,
that,
'cause
that's.
this is-
He was saying girls that have been with less men's more attractive and more of a appealing thing to settle down with than women that's been with a lot of men. And obviously he's saying if you're younger, then the chances are you've been with less people, if that makes sense. That's what he was saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna, I guess, spend the afternoon finding this exact quote because maybe somebody paraphrased it and added
We're
spice
running
to
with
it.
I don't think he said if you're over 19 you're undateable. I don't remember.
And
him.
that's fine. And the fact that you're
I
saying
don't
you
remember
don't
him
think
saying
he
that.
said that means that you think that there is something mad about that particular thing, right?
That
That's why you're
just-
saying that.
Because that just
And
doesn't
that's why
sound.
Yusuff is telling you what he's telling you.
Yeah, but he never said that though.
I'm just going off what I was told, innit? So if that's not what he said, then let that be known.
All right,
innit?
cool. Let's.
What he
let's
said?
let's
He's
continue
moving like
on the
he's
road.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Remember what's DiCaprio's cutoff age?
Someone said when he was 19, the girls were 0.
I think DiCaprio, I think 25 is his narrative.
He ain't got a thing. He ain't got one thing over. Once they hit
Once
25,
he dumps him,
it
apparently.
doesn't matter how good it's going.
Yeah, he dumps him. That's the narrative I'm seeing online.
Yeah, he's a man still. I hear him.
Anyway, Sha.
Because he's like I wouldn't suggest everybody act like Leonardo, but he's got hella options, so he can do that. He's got a conveyor belt of these young judges just running
Yeah,
in.
I think he's got a lifestyle choice. And
Yeah.
that's what it is.
So what he's saying, it doesn't matter how the relationship's going, it could be perfect.
Yeah,
26th birthday, she's done.
that's what I'm seeing. That's what people. That's what
Yeah,
the
but
streets
that
are
is.
saying.
But you guys are forgetting.
Like,
I reported this on
he
here.
just dumps them.
I remember I reported on here
Yeah.
where he had a girlfriend. She
Yeah.
turned 26. He dumped her and then
Yeah.
picked up like a 23-year-old.
That mind state is insane. Because
It's
what's
wild.
changed between yesterday and today?
You
You
old
can't
now.
knock him, man. His preference is his preference, man. Like you can't knock him.
Man wakes up and he's up. She's like, "It's my birthday. I'm 26 today." He's like, "Ugh, ick."
Yeah, everybody's got their ick. What gives you the ick when you turn
Yeah.
26?
So 26 is my ick. That's insane.
When you
He
turn
looks at her and he just sees a granny. He's like, "Yeah, that ain't it."
When you turn 26, what's he gonna do if he gets one of these girls pregnant or something?
Does he have any kids?
Yikes. I don't know. You know, actually, that'd be interesting.
How old is he anyway?
Let's see. Leonardo DiCaprio. He is 48.
God damn.
He
More
ain't
power,
got no kids.
more
He's no
power
kids.
to him, man. Big up him, man. As long as you can, I think as long as you can do it, do it. You
It's
get
mad
me?
because he looks 48. I think anyway. That's mad. If you anyway, I'm not gonna do this today.
When no one wants you no more, no one wants you. So you got to ride it till the wheels fall off. You get
Clearly.
me? Everybody's out here old and lonely, old and alone, baby. You get me? So if you got it, you got it.
To be fair, he doesn't look 48. I'm not saying that
I
makes it
don't.
right, but
the
he doesn't look
the pictures that I see of him are candid shots.
Yeah,
So when the candid shots
48.
come
No,
out,
this man doesn't look
that
48.
man looks.
This man
I ain't
doesn't
seen-
look, this man doesn't
That's
look
a
48.
good.
That's a good
but
picture. That's a
good
well
picture. I'm talking
groomed.
about when
That's
they
a
catch
good
him on the
one.
high street.
some
When
of the
they
ones
catch
I've
him on
seen
the high
going
street
around
with his
recently,
girls,
he does
it's
look like
mad.
an older. He looks like an older. He's looking like a Jack
He's looking
Nicholson.
he's giving
I swear.
he's giving 56. Yusuff.
Oh,
Because that one obviously he's been he's done his grooming and you know.
to be fair, I don't know what
whatever.
year that picture was from, but it
Yeah,
looked
that's
like,
a picture. You're an egg.
but it looked like it was this day and age.
Nah, it's not. Trust me, it really isn't. Because him today, yikes.
Mad.
I gotta question the taste of the 25-year-olds. But anyways, my next bit of news is actually quite worrying. I saw this yesterday, but I wanted to get more information on it. But it's about Kobe Bryant's eldest daughter, Natalia, who is 19. No, theme today, 19. But basically, she's being stalked by this man who somehow thinks that they're in a relationship. So this man, he is, what's his name? Yeah, he's a 32-year-old. His name is Dwayne Kemp. And for some reason, he thinks they're in a relationship and they're friends and stuff. And he's been stalking her to the point where he even goes to so she's currently in university. he goes to her dorm room, like her fraternity house or whatever, to like try and find her, and walks around the campus trying to find her. And he's someone he's had like previous convictions with like guns and stuff like that. Like he's not the kind of person you want around you. So he owns a lot of weapons. This is his thing. He's proper pro gun and whatever else. And he's had some previous convictions. And yeah, like he's gone to a sorority house. He DMs her. So she said he first made an attempt to contact her in 2020. And she said how she told the court it was as if they had a romantic relationship, or if he wanted to initiate a romantic relationship. And then she said also that he sent her a DM after her dad died. And it was a picture of her dad with the inscription, "Thankful for him birthing you. Hopefully we can birth him, Kobe." So insinuating that they'll be able to make a child together that will become the future Kobe.
That's sick.
And then recently, like last month, 23rd of a month today of October, he messaged her again saying, "I love you and I'm sorry. Can we talk and make up so we can be friends again?" Psycho. That must be so scary. So so she's basically in court at the moment trying to get a restraining order against him. And hopefully, I hope he gets rushed, man. That's what I hope. Because that's very wild. That's very, very wild. But yeah, hopefully, like, I don't know. Hopefully they can get the restraining order and he can actually just stop, because that's very, very creepy. That's very, very creepy. But yeah, so it was, but then yeah, so obviously she went to court with her mum, and as always, Ciara and Monica. I've loved the village that obviously they were friends before Kobe died anyway, but I just love how like protective they are of them.
Yeah.
So Lala Anthony, Ciara and Monica.
Yeah.
They're like best friends, and any court appearance Vanessa has to do, anything at all, like birthdays or whatever, like they're always always there for them. And I just think it's just the most beautiful and purest thing. So Ciara and Monica went to court with Natalia and Vanessa, but hopefully they can get some kind of resolution for this, because that is very, very scary. No one needs that, especially with all that, like all the things that they've been through as well as a family. That's just wild. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on the story anyway, and if anything else develops, which is them getting the restraining order, I will let you guys know. And then also Kelly Rowland, the absolute babe, she basically spoke to TMZ and said that she believes that it's time we forgive Chris Brown. Society forgives Chris Brown. I want to read out exactly what she said, and I would like you guys' thoughts on it. I'm sure you guys know where I stand on this matter, but I'm going to let you know. She says, "I believe that grace is very real and we all need a dose of it. And before we point fingers at anybody, we should realize how grateful we are for every moment that we get, even for our own things that we have. I just think it's important to be humans. We are humans. We all need to be forgiven for anything that we could be doing, anything that we're thinking. We all come up short in some sort of way, and grace is real. We are humans and everybody deserves grace, period." I agree with that, because obviously it's mainly people, they probably come forgiving Chris Brown about the whole the domestic, trigger warning if this triggers anybody, but yeah, about the domestic violence against Rihanna, which at the time he was 19, I believe. So she's just saying, like as a society, it's just time to kind of forgive, and I share that sentiment. I do share that sentiment. I think especially when if the person who was directly offended has forgiven, like Rihanna has forgiven him, she's moved past it, they're cool now and whatever. Yeah. I think if she's been able to move past it, then I think that it's what everyone else could do. But again, obviously everyone is different.
I don't understand what we're talking about. They forgave Chris Brown ages ago.
They didn't, because they didn't, Monks.
What do you mean? He's been dropping...
I'm sorry.
He got a whole mixtape with Fugger.
I'm sorry. Are you the one who's on the road to get the word?
Sorry, go on.
Thank you.
No, he hasn't been forgiven in totality.
He's been blacklisted, mate.
But he has.
Blacklisted by who?
But he has to a certain degree.
By the powers that be.
By the industry.
When's the last time you saw Chris Brown at the Grammys or BET or anything performing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's because
when's the last time you saw him win an award?
Like, Chris is free to release music and do his shit, right? His label still back him, still put money into him.
But that's it.
The other facets of the industry, like award shows and one-on-one, they don't really take to him in it.
Yeah, but he don't need no awards. The people rock with him. We don't need the award shows and all these things. Like, they can't validate Chris Brown, all these, like, we know who Chris is. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it sounds nice, it looks good, Grammys and all these crap, but they can't validate my man. He's a legend. And we've been fucking with him this whole time.
Yeah, but I think incidents like what happened the other day
What happened the other day, sir?
He was due to perform at the AMAs.
And it got cancelled.
Due to do a Michael Jackson tribute performance, and it got cancelled last minute.
They did
because of
speak
the whole
out.
thing.
Yeah, they did speak out and say that someone spoke out from the team
Yeah.
and said it wasn't because of Chris Brown or anything like that. It was due to just a last minute scheduling situation.
That's what I said.
That's what
But I
he
don't
said.
know.
Yeah.
That's why I said they might be, but I don't
That's a lie
know.
because you should. These things are planned to a T months in advance.
You know
that
what it is?
for it to be a scheduling conflict all of a sudden,
It's hard
and that's why you
because
cancelled it.
they booked him initially,
Yeah.
right? So they were fine with him initially. They booked him
Yeah.
initially. So
Yeah.
in inception, it was cool.
Yeah.
Then obviously months went on. He
Yeah.
performed. Sorry, he
Rehearsed, doing
So
rehearsal and stuff.
at a period of time, they were cool with Chris Brown performing in it. So what
Yeah.
happened last minute to say, you know what, we can't do this anymore. So it's hard to decipher. To be fair, it's hard to put it down to someone at the top putting a stop to it. Because why hire him in the first place?
Yeah, but I don't know what it is. I think that they hired him in the first place and all that kind of stuff, and I think that someone who is top or whatever it is was like, wait a minute, they didn't clock it, and then they're like, what? Take that man off, and that's what it was.
That's extreme negligence if you didn't clock.
No, but if you're like
the
one of
last
the one of the top people in the company or whatever, you don't keep affairs of who's getting booked for this and that. Like there's certain things that you don't pay attention to because you've got bigger fish to be frying. Like Chris Brown performing at the AMAs is not, as a top executive in the station. That's not what I'm focusing on. I'm trying to get us that ABC and Disney deal. Do you know what I mean? There's bigger things that you got to fry. So when you then figure this out, it's like, what? No, I think it is to do with Chris Brown. Chris Brown is definitely blacklisted, and I know that, and I like the fact that he goes ahead and releases music and does whatever he wants to do. But I don't think that. I think it will be. We can't totally say that something like this will not affect him. Like he was really hurt by that. Not obviously beyond the fact that he was rehearsing for months or whatever. But I think even as you can work as hard as you want to work, and you can be like, I'm doing this for myself, and I don't care about validation. But when you're consistently overlooked, and you're charted, and you know that you're contributing to an industry that no one acknowledges, that doesn't matter how strong you are, it will get to you at some point. It's like, okay, really? And I think with him is just kind of that. And obviously over the years as well, there's this media agenda as well against him, where they come up with these stories of Chris someone at a Chris Brown party was taking cocaine and taking drugs and blah blah blah. But then you find out it's one of his houses that he hasn't been to in like 3 years, and someone went in there. Do you get what I mean? Like it's been a lot of media smearing against him, but
Chris Brown's got
Brent,
a run of the roost. If
Brent.
this is blacklisting, then blacklist me, boy, because
Brent, can you do me a favor? Can you do a
trust me, I
poll?
don't want that.
Like,
Nah, if I can
who
live
fucks
like
with
Chris
Brown, who doesn't? Like,
I
who's
tell you
cancelled
now,
him and who hasn't?
if I could live like Chris Brown and that's what comes with the blacklist, then blacklist me, man. I'll
But
take
you know
it,
that
man.
Chris Brown's success is capped because
How?
of all of that.
What's that tune with Drake called?
No guidance.
No guidance.
Man, drop no guidance.
No, but you know,
talking
like,
about
you
man's
realize that
cancelled,
with
you know.
Chris
Are you-
Brown, yeah.
This man crazy.
No, but you know, like Chris Brown could really be one of the biggest artists in the world,
That's
and
true.
he is. But the thing is, his success is capped.
Yeah, that's true though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So even you can be like, okay, do you know what? I'm blacklisted, I'm still getting success. But for someone who, we've all got different goals of success.
Yeah.
Someone can look at you and be like, oh, do you know what? I desire what Yusuff has.
Yeah.
Not knowing that what it is that you want for yourself is more than what you have.
Yeah.
So with Chris Brown, we look at him like, oh no, Chris Brown is doing
Yeah.
well. But the thing is, what Chris Brown wants for himself, he
Yeah.
can't get there because the
Yeah.
powers that be are like, no.
Yeah, I think you know what it is. In the institution of music,
Yeah.
he has been blacklisted. Like, for
Yeah.
example, Chris Brown isn't going to be at the Rock Nation brunch.
No, never.
He isn't going to be at the round table dinner.
If Kelly doesn't mind
With-
herself, she might not be there next year.
Yeah, with Beyonce, Jay, the powers that be.
Yeah.
He's very much been subjected to just being with the fans and his people, like
Yes.
creating his music,
Exactly
putting out
that.
his music. But he's not breaking bread with the big wigs.
His peers, yeah.
You know what I mean? He's breaking bread with his label, but he's not being invited to these tables. He's like a black sheep. He is a black sheep.
He is a black sheep.
Yeah.
It's true. It's exactly what you said, because it's like he's found comfort and support and accolades, everything in his fans. Like his fans
Yeah.
are basically his friends.
Yeah.
When it comes to when you think about it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, man, it's mad.
Yeah. Yeah, it is, man.
Anyway, I told you guys I'll keep you guys updated on the European tour dates. And then also a bit of news as well that came out as well was that Ciara was actually due to perform with him. So she actually tweeted and put up a video of her rehearsing with him, which, when I'll be honest, I know we were talking about yesterday about who we want to see a MJ tribute from. My list is Chris Brown and then Ciara. I can't lie to you. I don't think I want to see. Who was it you guys suggested?
Usher.
Usher. Yeah, I would want to see Ciara versus Usher.
You want to see Ciara above Usher?
Yeah, Ciara's a better dancer than Usher.
You're an Usher hater.
I'm not. Ciara's just a better dancer. And I think with MJ, you need to get everything right.
The rehearsal footage is dope though.
Who?
The rehearsal footage is dope.
Sick, proper sick. So basically, she tweeted and she said, MJ, thank you for the inspiration you've given us all. Thriller 40th anniversary. Then she said, at Chris Brown, you're a rare breed of this generation. Always fun to rock with you. And people were like, because basically people were coming for Ciara. And they were like, oh, if these, for Kelly Rowland and Ciara actually, talking about, oh, like, why didn't they have this energy? This is why they didn't have this energy to support Meghan, but they're out here supporting Chris Brown. But someone put an interesting tweet. I said,
Maybe
that's interesting.
They don't care about Meghan.
No, someone said, someone quoted and said, first of all, shut up, because Meghan paid $250,000 to get a feature with Future, who did everything that he did to Ciara. So what are you talking about?
What did Future do to Ciara?
He mistreated her and did the whole cheating on her and then abandoned her with the kid and didn't check for the kid and all that kind of stuff.
That's different for what Chris Brown done though.
No, talking about Meghan. Remember Meghan?
No, I know, but you're saying that they supporting
Yeah,
Chris, but not supporting Meg. I feel like what happened to Ciara was just a bad relationship.
No, but it's not about what
Yeah.
happened to Ciara. So it's not about what happened to Chris. Chris is not involved. They're basically saying how here's a black woman, here's Ciara standing up for Chris Brown.
Yeah.
But she didn't stand up for Meghan. So it's not so much the Chris Brown thing, but someone's saying, yeah, but Meghan didn't stand up for Ciara in this women fights that we're doing. I don't know if I'm explaining properly, but it makes sense. You get what I mean? So it's not so much about Chris. It's more about women supporting women. So you're saying that Ciara as a woman did not support Meghan, who's a woman.
Yeah.
But then people are saying, yeah, but Meghan as a woman did not support Ciara as a woman when she was
All right,
being dragged through the mud with Future.
Let's isolate it then. Does Meghan need to support Ciara because she had a bad relationship?
It wasn't so much the bad relationship as it was everything that Ciara publicly said she went through and the effects it had on her. If we're going to do the whole women stand up for women thing, for me, I don't like to see another woman hurt. So whether that's with a gun or as in being shot in the foot or whether that's being mistreated in the way that Ciara was mistreated by Future.
Yeah. But can you see why Meghan done what she did from a business standpoint?
And I can see that, and I can also see why Ciara did what she did from a business standpoint, and maybe from a personal standpoint of, again, grace.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I don't think there's any grounds for this argument about the whole Meghan thing. People not supporting Meghan. I think Meghan has been very supported, but also as well, I think it's different circumstances. Like I don't know that Kelly Rowland and especially with Meghan being so close to Beyonce, I don't know that Kelly Rowland would not have supported Meghan, especially as someone who also publicly talked about her domestic violence situation. Yeah. And I don't know that Ciara as well would not have done that. Like these are women I don't think would have intentionally ignored that. They haven't ignored less. Do you get what I mean? But again, I don't know what people do in their private time. But I think with this situation, it's different because this was about a performance that didn't happen. Yeah. And this is a performance that she was rehearsing for. So I don't know. It just wasn't that apples and oranges. To me, I didn't get the correlation that people were coming for.
I think friendship comes down to it as well. Obviously, Chris Brown and Ciara are friends and have been friends since they were young. Yeah. Where maybe Meghan and Ciara don't have a personal relationship.
That's the thing. And I think, and that's the thing. I think people need to understand as well, not everyone's going to speak on everything. Yeah. And doesn't mean that they don't condemn it, but do you mean it just is what it is, man? But yeah, people are basically coming for Kelly Rowland and coming for Ciara and anybody else that decides to speak on Chris Brown. But it is what it is, man. And on that note, let's get into Wellness Wednesday.
Is there a Wellness Wednesday?
Sorry?
Is there one? Yes, there is.
What's the poll saying?
All right.
Oh, let me vote. Wait.
So far, we have 68% saying that they still rock with Chris Brown and 32 saying no. Okay. So far, 42 people have voted.
And that's fine. That's do you know I say that as 48 less community viewers that I have to compete with for tickets to see Chris Brown. All right, so Wellness Wednesday over here. We've got some nice, good quotes for you guys. Are you playing music, Brent? Are you? You don't have to. Oh, you are? Okay. How can I say you don't have to? All right, let's do this. First quote. Okay, so today our quotes are from legendary African-American poet Langston Hughes. So they're short and sweet. Let the words marinate. Iman's words. So, I have discovered in life that there are ways of getting almost anywhere you want to go if you really want to go. You can do that for all of them. Are you really feeling, or are you just doing it?
No, we talked about this just earlier, right?
Oh, yeah, okay. Let me read it again. So, I have discovered in life that there are ways to getting almost anywhere you want to go if you really want to go. Next quote, hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Bars. Read it again. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. And our last quote for today is, I tire so of hearing people say, let things take their course. Tomorrow is another day. I do not need my freedom when I'm dead. I cannot live on tomorrow's bread. I'll read that again. I tire so of hearing people say, let things take their course. Tomorrow is another day. I do not need my freedom when I'm dead. I cannot live on tomorrow's bread. Alright, cut it off. I'm joking. Yeah, so that's that on that. You guys know anyway, we have a daily segment. And if you would like to send voice notes and messages in for asking for a friend, sis, what would you do? The number is 075 64841073. If you're more of an email babe, you can send that into tdasubmissions@thenewblack.com. Do let us know what segment it's for. And let's get into our last headlines for today. So Ofsted downgrades hundreds of schools in England. Most of the outstanding schools in England inspected last year have been downgraded, according to a report from the school's watchdog. Some of them had not been looked at for 15 years, and many would have experienced significant change, such as new head teachers, Ofsted has said. But the National Education Union, NEU, said Ofsted's findings were frequently unreliable. Don't I know it? The Department for Education said most schools remained good or outstanding. Between 2012 and 2020, schools judged outstanding were only between 2012 and 2020, schools judged outstanding were revisited only if specific concerns were raised. Ofsted said 80% of outstanding schools it had revisited last year had been downgraded, 308 primary and secondary schools. Most were bumped down to good, but 17% were told they needed improvement and 4% were inadequate. Ofsted said it had prioritised schools that had gone the longest without inspection when it had been deciding which schools to look at last year. On average, the schools it visited had not been inspected for 13 years, but some had gone as long as 15 without an inspection. Ofsted Chief Inspector Amanda Spillman told BBC Radio 4's Today programme, these are the schools that have gone longest without being inspected, so are probably significantly more likely not to remain outstanding. She said it was important for parents to understand that most of the schools have remained good, but said it was concerning that quite a significant number had been marked as needing improvement. Do you guys remember your Ofsted, what your Ofsted report was for your school?
No.
Really?
No.
You act like it's a silly question.
It is a silly question.
No, it's not. I knew mine was outstanding.
Do I remember what what the school's report was?
Yeah, what your school was ranked in the Ofsted reports. Brent?
My parents are teachers, so I'm only aware of that because of that.
But you understand why I'm not aware?
I don't think that the head teachers announced it in assembly.
But when you...
And if they did, what year did I go to school?
Yusuff, you can remember that. You're not that old.
Out of all the things to remember in school,
Why would you remember that?
The Ofsted report
Yeah, because
was
you're
not one of them.
school. I'm not saying I don't remember details of the report, but I remember like my school was outstanding. Like even when I was looking for a sixth form, I had to go to one that had a good Ofsted.
My school was terrible. I didn't need the Ofsted report to tell me that. My school was in the mud.
Both primary and secondary?
No, my primary school was nice.
Okay.
I'm talking about secondary school. Are we talking about secondary school?
Yeah. And like college.
Those who went to South London, I went to Kingsdale School. That school was in the absolute mud.
Is that in Sydenham?
That was in Dulwich. That school was that was a terror school. Yeah, violence.
Yeah, that's mad.
Yeah.
Someone said it didn't exist when you went to school.
What's that? Ofsted. That's fair. Me, you're the same age. I don't know why you laughing.
We're not the same age.
We're the same age.
I'm younger than you.
By a
What, 2
month?
months?
By a month or what? Oh, the same
It
age.
still counts.
I'm younger than you. That's all I know. About it.
But yeah, I remember that. And then I remember the school I changed to in sixth form. 'Cause I went to 2 sixth forms. The second one, they had to bribe us, man, to get outstanding. That school was shit. It was like Waterloo Road. Tate, I can't say what school it is because the person owns a lot of franchises now. But if you know, you know.
Listen,
Starts with a
my
H.
school had security guards
What is giving prison? Why does your school have security guards?
because of gang violence.
Was there an incident in school?
Yeah. People getting stabbed.
In school, on the school grounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all didn't know how to act.
My school had a lot of Peckham and Brixton wars. Peckham boys.
In school?
Peckham boys, Brixton boys. Yeah.
In
yeah.
secondary school?
Yeah.
Or secondary school?
Yeah. It all started because 2 Peckham boys came in our school and stabbed the Brixton boy. And that's when everything changed in our school.
What year was
that
that?
day? What year was
You mean
it?
year 9, yeah.
I can't remember. The funny thing is the 2 boys walked past me and I was like, who are these 2 guys? And then next
And
day
then
I heard
next you know.
what happened. Yeah.
Did they go to the school or they just came to visit the person?
They came to visit the person. They didn't go to school. They were wearing their own clothes. But from that day, my school was bad anyway.
But from that day,
But
it really
after
turned.
that day, everything changed. We had security patrolling the school all times. It would turn into different
Peckham
kind of-
Youths were
Yikes.
notorious back in
Yeah.
the day, man.
Yeah.
Notorious.
My school was a hotbed for Peckham and Brixton boys.
Hate to see it. That's terrible. All right, so our next bit of news is there may be strikes and engineering works over the Christmas. It's good everyone stay in the house. All right, rail passengers can expect more disruption next month with one union poised to announce, I love that word, to announce more strike dates on Tuesday. Today? No? Never mind. And Network Rail revealing it will carry out 300 engineering projects around Christmas. The RMT said train operating companies and Network Rail had failed to come up with promised written offers at the end of a fortnight of talks after the union suspended strikes scheduled for the beginning of November. It said it was highly likely that more industrial action would be called when its national executive meets on Tuesday morning. The union's General Secretary, Mick Lynch, said on Monday, after a fortnight of talks, the operating companies had committed to making a firm offer in writing for the first time today. They cancelled the meeting at an hour's notice, and we can sense the hand of the Tory government in this, as we believe that they are not allowing an offer to be made. This is on top of Network Rail failing to make a new proposal at the end of last week. Lynch said the union remained available for meaningful negotiations. A spokesperson for the Rail Delivery Group, which represents train companies, said, We have made real progress over the last fortnight, and for the first time in months, we can see the outline of a credible deal. Any strikes will only cause further misery for customers and struggling businesses in the run-up to Christmas and beyond. The RMT leadership should now remove any uncertainty around Christmas and commit to protecting everyone's first festive period post-COVID from any strike disruption. A fresh ballot of RMT members last week reaffirmed its strike mandate for another 6 months in the long-running dispute over pay, jobs and conditions. Some rail travellers will also have journeys between Christmas and the New Year cancelled or disrupted by engineering works. Network Rail said more than 95% of the network would be open, with a smaller schedule of works than in recent years, but it urged travellers to plan their journeys in advance. London-Liverpool Street will be closed between Christmas Day and 2nd of January for work including bridge reconstruction and track maintenance. This will affect Greater Anglia, Stansted Express and C2C services. And the last bit of news is about Eurovision's Song Contest are switching things up. The Eurovision Song Contest has announced major changes to the voting process at next year's contest. Professional juries have been scrapped from the semi-finals, meaning that viewers alone would choose who qualifies for the grand final. Countries who are not competing in the contest will also be allowed to cast votes for the first time. The move comes after it was discovered that 6 juries traded votes at this year's contest in Turin, Italy. Irregular voting patterns were detected from Azerbaijan, Georgia, Montenegro, Poland, Romania and San Marino, said the EBU, which organises the contest. Those jury votes were discounted and substituted with an aggregate score calculated from the results of other countries with similar voting records. In the end, the contest was won by Ukraine's Kalush Orchestra, with the UK's Sam Ryder taking second place. Liverpool will host the next event in 2023. But guys, let's get into our reaction, the sports headlines.
All right then, as you don't know, it's the World Cup is
Sure
going
is.
off. I said it sure is.
Is
Let me
that
just quickly
season?
let me quickly give you yesterday's results. Just get them out of the way, just so you don't know where we stand. So, Australia got battered 4-1 by France. You happy about that, Esther?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
pick up the Australians.
Mexico drew 0-0 with Poland. Denmark and Tunisia had a boring 0-0 draw
I'm glad.
as
I was
well.
going to watch that as well. So glad I didn't.
Did you watch Argentina, Saudi Arabia?
I couldn't. I was here. I was on my way home.
Well, the Saudis did it, man.
They did.
Messi lost.
That's mad.
Damn it, man. I was wrong, man.
What can we say?
I was wrong.
Let's read out these headlines then quickly. So,
You're shit stirrer. Go on.
Argentina losing a shocking defeat to Saudi Arabia. Big man use.
That's what I said. Let's read this. Like, let's get into them.
Damn it, man.
Big
Damn
man
it.
Use was made to eat his words as his Saudi friend shocked the world and did the impossible by coming from behind and defeating Argentina by 2-1.
Not coming from behind, child.
Ranked 51st in the world, Saudi Arabia could have been done and dusted in the first half as Lionel Messi opened the scoring from the penalty spot before Argentina had 3 goals ruled out for offside. But the Green Falcons flipped the game on its head in a stunning 10-minute period after half-time. Salah Seheri, whatever that is, levelling with a low effort, and Salim Al-Dawsari firing them ahead to spark pandemonium in the stands.
Whatever that.
I'm just saying. Having shown their ruthlessness at one end, they demonstrated a ruggedness at the other, holding the stellar Argentina front line at bay to secure only the 4th World Cup win and throw the group wide open. We don't need to get into all this extra shit.
Yeah, having 3 goals disallowed is insane.
Was you pissed?
No, that because I said that Argentina would batter Saudi.
You wouldn't die
That
for
doesn't
it.
mean I was like, I cared or I was rooting for Argentina.
You
Okay.
just thought they were going to get
I
bad.
just thought they were going to get
slapped.
bad.
What was it? What you slapped, wasn't
I
it?
thought they were going to get slapped, yeah. And
they
I
were
was
slapped up.
wrong. They didn't get slapped. That's it.
Okay.
Did the slapping.
Don't need to read this headline about France and Australia. No one cares. Let's get into some actual football news. Well,
You don't cast. Last.
It was coming. It was coming.
it all went off, man. Ronaldo leaves Manchester United. He's gone, people.
He's gone, people.
He's out of there. So Cristiano Ronaldo has left Man United by mutual consent following his explosive interview with Piers Morgan. United issued a 67-word statement on Tuesday evening announcing they had reached a mutual agreement with the 37-year-old forward to terminate his contract. In the interview on Talk TV, aired in 2 parts on Wednesday and Thursday last week, Ronaldo said he felt betrayed by the club and has no respect for the manager Erik ten Hag. The Portugal captain, who is currently representing his country at the World Cup, also claimed members of the United hierarchy were trying to force him out of Old Trafford and doubted him when he said he could not attend pre-season because his daughter was ill in hospital. United said they would consider their response to Ronaldo's comments after the full facts have been established and have now decided to part ways with the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner. It is understood the settlement fee was not part of the termination, so United could be saving about 16 million. According to Sky Sports News chief reporter Cave Soler, there is a sense of relief at the club that the issue has been finally sorted and the feeling the team will be in a stronger position in the second half of the season. What do you make of that, Yus?
What do you make of it, man? As a United fan, how do you feel?
Cool, man. Happy it got sorted out.
Yeah.
Happy he's gone. It was always going to be hard to get rid of him with his big wages. We're building new manager. He clearly wasn't part of the plan, so there's no problem here. Happy he's gone, man.
Yeah. Well, for me, this was inevitable. Innit? After the interview, this is the only thing that's going to happen next.
Do Arsenal pick him up for the last 6 months to go and try and win this league?
No. Not that he's not a quality player and he won't add a new dimension to our team, but how does someone with the profile of Ronaldo fit in with our young up-and-coming team, with a young manager? I mean, I don't see To me, there's no fit there.
Some would say if you could go out and get guaranteed goals in January, that will fire you your way to the title. Like if there's guaranteed goals out there that you couldn't get,
Alright,
you should win this
Is
league.
Ronaldo happy to come to Arsenal and be on the bench?
Why should he be on the bench?
Do you think Ronaldo's going to start at Arsenal?
What over Jesus, who is underachieving, the most underachieving player in the league?
Jesus is doing a lot of stuff on that pitch. He may not be scoring goals, but his contributions. Ronaldo can't do what he's doing.
I just saw the stats about his XG and that, how many goals he's got and how many expected goals he's got, and he's statistically the most underperforming. Let's just say striker. Then he's the most underperforming striker in the league statistically. That's facts.
Yes,
That's not my opinion.
Scoring goals.
It's not my opinion.
Listen, I'm not arguing about the goals. Yeah, what Jesus does on that pitch for us, Ronaldo cannot do it. I'm not saying he can't score goals, but the way we play, Ronaldo is not starting above Gabriel Jesus.
I'm just saying, yeah. Obviously, this was not part of the plan.
Yeah.
This is ahead of trajectory, all these things, way ahead of schedule. This was not part of the plan. So obviously, if you don't win it, I'm guessing you're going to turn around and say you don't care, whatever. You've actually got opportunity to win it. Yeah?
Yes.
If you can secure this, like, where's your ambition here? If you can secure this and make this an actual thing, you don't try and do it.
No, I'm not saying we don't want trying to win the league. You're talking about Ronaldo.
That's guaranteed goals.
What
if he has a good World Cup? What if he slams 6 goals in this World Cup?
What I'm saying is,
and he's ready and his mind's in the right place and he just wants to play.
I don't see. Okay, cool. Arsenal going to be able to afford his wages.
Yeah.
Not afford his wages. Are they going to pay his wages? There's a difference. Arsenal have money, but Arsenal don't want to pay a lot of money.
I can't see them giving him 500.
Arsenal are not going to pay. What's he on at United?
500 bags.
It's not happening. So one, Arsenal not paying his wages. Two, I don't feel like Arteta wants to deal with a player of that magnitude. The profile, the ego, the expectations, everything that comes with Ronaldo, I don't think Arteta wants that. I think Arteta wants his young crop of players, I'm trying to say, who are all playing for each other. It's a team. There's no one star who wants to be the be-all and end-all. Do you think Arsenal and United and Ronaldo is a good fit? It's not a good fit.
I don't know. I think everything you just said there speaks to a lack of ambition, and we should move on to the next header.
Can I ask you why it is that you want Arsenal to take on Ronaldo?
I don't want you to take Ronaldo. I don't have a horse in the race. I don't care what you do.
So
I'm asking, yeah.
Why do you want to better us?
Why would I want to better you?
Yeah. Because you're saying that it will make us better. Why do you want to better us?
This ain't about what I want. I said to you,
you a question.
Listen,
No, I'm asking. I heard what
but
you
that
said.
question you're asking is not.
I
Who's
am
that
not
relevant
asking
to?
you a question to
But
give your opinion on my question.
Why do I? What makes you think I want to better you?
But you just suggested that Ronaldo would make us better.
I never said he would
Then-
make you better. I said, yeah.
You said it's guaranteed goals.
I said.
And then you said that
I
Jesus
said
is underperforming.
with where you are in the table, yeah. Last 6
You
months
said
of
it's
the
a lack
league.
of ambition
Would
if
you
we
want
don't
to go?
take him.
I know.
All these
I
things
said.
makes.
I
you
said
words matter.
I said.
You said
Would
words
you?
matter.
I said. Would you go and get some guaranteed goals to try and fire your
Why
way
do
to
you
the
want us
title?
to
But Ronaldo isn't the only option for guaranteed goals.
What, available in January?
Why do you want to make us better?
What makes you think I want to make you better?
You said he would give us guaranteed goals. That would make us better. Why do you want to make us better?
It's not about what I want. I'm asking a question. I'm a journalist.
Why do you want to make
Bro.
us better?
I'm working.
I'm working, bro. I'm asking questions.
Why
here.
do you want to make us better?
I don't want to make you better. Is the answer to the question.
So don't try to offload Ronaldo onto us then.
We're not offload. He's not offload. He's a free agent. He's to the world. He's not my problem anymore.
Yeah. If he wasn't making you guys better and you wanted him out, I don't want him in.
Okay, that's fair enough. Trouble in the ranks there, bro.
Are we going to move on to Saudi? Is there
what?
topic there? Possible Saudi buyers of United.
No, that's not up there.
No?
Nah.
Hold on, no. The question. What? Are we moving on to the next one? Because
Go on then. What's the next one?
the question is this all linked? Now that the Glazers want to sell United and Ronaldo just left, the interview just came out. Are these things interlinked or are these two coincidences?
I think that's a coincidence.
Your club is a joke club, bro.
Wait,
at the mess.
The biggest club in the country.
do you think the Glazers wanting to sell right now off the back of the Ronaldo interview is a pure coincidence?
No, I think Glazers seeing Liverpool put their club up for sale and seeing that there's a lot of interest in buying clubs that are billions and billions of pounds. I think they're thinking this is a good time for us to cash in and get out. I think Liverpool put the feelers out there with their club and there's a lot of interest around them. Even with the Chelsea sale the other day, when that got done, there was still other takers that didn't get through. So there's money out there. You know what I'm trying to say? These billionaires are actually spending their money right now. They've been there 17 years. They made a lot of money off it. Paid what? 790 million for it, going to sell it for 5 billion. This is a no-brainer. This is a good timing for them.
Would you like to be owned by Saudis?
Yeah,
Why?
because they got the money. Qatar, I want the Qatar thing.
Okay. So I think Gary Neville has been against this particular Saudi.
That's Gary's business.
Is that when it is you guys going to set him to the side saying that he don't speak for Man United fans anymore?
He don't speak for Man United fans. He says his opinion. Just you don't agree with everything everybody says. When I like his opinion, I agree with it. When I don't, that's his opinion. People think people place too much values on opinions.
Yeah.
I've had this stuff. We spoke about this a little bit.
Yeah.
Gary can say what he wants.
Suppose they change the name of the stadium.
To Ellen United. Yeah, I'm on it. Just bring me the money.
United.
No, the stadium, not the team.
I don't give a shit. I'll take the
Serious?
Qataris' money now. I'll take
Alright.
all their money.
'Cause you just
Blood
win.
diamond money.
Yeah, but you know,
Yeah.
but money's not been an issue for United.
No, but I want more of it then. I'll take it all.
I mean, like, money's not what they need.
But
It's not money.
they haven't changed their
Forget human
innards for the longest
rights.
while.
You got that
Forget
old,
human
They
rights.
got
that
proper
old
jacuzzis.
rotten jacuzzi,
What else
bruv.
was it?
They was good
Jacuzzi,
enough.
Change the chefs.
kitchen,
They was good
They
enough
were
for
using
him.
the same utensils.
gym
all sorts.
facilities.
They was good enough for him the season before. You get me? So, I don't know.
You
You
man are
need
using
some more influx of money.
using,
coming.
using
Right. I hear
the
that.
same knife and fork from '96, bro.
He's worried about all the wrong things, man. You get me?
Well, I'm happy for you, to be honest. It looks like you're happy.
Yeah, I'm glad
I
he's
like
gone.
when it is you're happy, bro.
I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah.
You get me? He's still a legend.
Cool.
Put a little bit of mud on his name, but that can wash off over time.
Amen.
You get me? But I think you should look into it, man. If you got title ambitions, man.
Do you understand why I'm saying what I'm saying? If you, as a United supporter who hates Arsenal, suggesting that we should get him, are you not understanding how that's coming across? Are you not understanding how that's coming across?
Give me your leftovers, mate.
Okay.
To be honest, if it's a thing where we say, a little 6 months, let's see what you do, bring him on.
Yeah.
100%.
to the end of the season,
That's cool.
That's nothing.
And I hope he just bangs every single goal in that you're basically suggesting that he would.
You couldn't do
And
that.
then basically, I'll clip it up. You basically suggesting we buy him, and then you like vex when we win the league off the back of his goals. I'll just clip it up.
If he comes, listen, Impact's up off the bench.
If he comes, you win the league.
Impact's up off the bench. Top 4.
I'd rather him coming on than and get him.
Oh, okay, cool. That's a nice point. I would rather. Would I take Ronaldo over Eddie and Nketiah? 1000%. Is Ronaldo gonna press and run? And no. So Jesus starts, but Ronaldo off the bench all day long. But he has to take a wage cut.
Jay-Z don't even get goals.
Don't worry about Jesus, big man. We're top of the
I'm
league,
definitely
innit?
not replacing Jesus with Ronaldo.
That's something you
no
don't
sense
watch.
to me.
You don't watch Arsenal.
I do.
No, he does.
If you watch Arsenal, you would know
He
what
hates
Jesus is contributing to this
He's
team.
a hater. He's a hater.
I like Jay-Z. I think he's a good footballer. I think he makes him a better footballer.
He's
I don't think
balling out of control. He's just
I
not
don't think
scoring.
He's gonna.
You know what I mean?
Just don't think he's
They
not gonna
have
score
rough
enough
patches.
goals.
They have rough patches. He will come good. Continue, please.
Trust me.
I need to go soon.
Alright, cool. Yeah, that's no.
To go soon.
All right, let's get the done at it then, man.
Are we finished?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. We're just talking
He
about
said
the
everything.
I think you should start doing that.
You should,
please.
man, because it's
Yeah,
just
man.
bare.
It's hella confusing.
I'm never going to tell you man to do it. I'm going to ask you to do it.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I can delete a few of these. I'm not even using none of these. Let's just go short and sweet quickly because Brent needs to get out of there. So our last few minutes, I'm giving my done at air to Yusuff.
I knew you were gonna say that. You know why?
I'm looking at him duck like,
You know
where
why?
is-
You know why? Because I see him scrolling up to the title.
what the hell?
No,
Those are funny.
Talking down on my Saudi brothers like that, bro.
Some random girl DM'd me
No.
with a bunch of Saudi flags and that.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not an
talking
Argentina.
down on my Saudi
I'm not
brothers.
an Argentina fan. I just thought that they was like Saudi Arabia.
That's not what I said on TikTok.
And,
What did you
and
have to do?
What you doing?
Argentinian fan gets it wrong.
You might as well pay me as an Argentina fan. I'm a Messi fan.
see, but
I'll say that. I'll
so
say that.
so both of you can get you and Messi could tie up because look here, all this stuff
I think
that's
you
going
tie
on.
up.
Listen, me and Messi though. Like, I'm on the pitch. Go on, give it
Think
to me.
about
Give it
this
to me.
here.
give
No,
it to me.
because look here, all this stuff. Look, obviously, like look here, Ronaldo and Messi, they're just intertwined in it. Their
Yeah.
careers are intertwined.
Yeah.
And obviously, look, they both left their
Yeah.
their big clubs. They're in like the twilights of their
Yeah.
career. He's got the whole swan songs for this World Cup
Yeah.
thing going on. It's like their last
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Ronaldo, Messi, who's
Yeah.
better, boom, boom. Ronaldo's dragged the team through the dirt. His reputation's in the mud right now.
Yeah.
He's a free agent, boom, boom, boom. This
Yeah.
was the time for Messi
Yeah.
to just take his, you know what I'm trying to say? Take his spotlight. You get me? create a bit of separation and show
Yeah.
levels.
Is this one game though?
He looked his age. The powers were waning. He couldn't do what he was doing. He had you gassing, you disrespecting Saudi, man. And look where you ended up.
Saudi surprised everyone, not just me.
What if they don't come out of this group now?
Then they're done out here. For real, for real. No, I'll say that if Argentina don't come out of this group, hold on, who's in their group? Quick check.
I don't know.
If they don't come out of this group, then they're done out here.
Would it be? It would have been from yesterday. So would it be Denmark and Tunisia, or
Yeah, with Denmark,
would it be Denmark and Tunisia?
Let's check quickly.
wouldn't be all the people that in. what about-
Because we can do quick maths right now and see what the possibilities are.
Boy, if they don't come out of the group, then you're gonna make a double appearance for the month.
Why me?
Why am I in it? Like, this is personal.
All right, cool. Just for the sake of narrative, I'm gonna ride for Messi in it. Cool. And then if Argentina don't make it, I can answer for his crimes. Cool.
Who's in the group with them? Denmark and Tunisia.
I'm checking out. Sorry, my phone's moving, man.
This is your favorite word. If they don't come out, this is egregious.
Oopsie.
So it's
Yes.
Poland,
Poland, Mexico.
Yeah.
Saudi, and Argentina. So Poland and Mexico drew.
Oh, that's not an easy
So
group.
right now it's 3 points to Saudi, 1 point Poland, 1 point Mexico. Argentina won 0 points.
You're down bad.
So Argentina have to beat. Argentina can beat Mexico and Poland.
That's not easy. That's not. If you would have said that, you would have. You said that about Saudi Arabia.
Poland, all right.
Lewandowski, Matty Cash,
Poland are gonna beat Saudi. Yeah.
and then that puts them on 4 points.
Argentina are gonna beat Mexico.
You say
Argentina are gonna beat Poland. So Argentina are gonna finish on 6 points. Yeah. Poland are gonna finish on 4 because they're gonna lose to Argentina and they're gonna beat Saudi. So they're gonna finish on 4 points. Yeah. Saudi are gonna lose the next 2 games to Mexico and Poland. So they're gonna finish on 3 points.
So you're gonna say Mexico's gonna be on 4 points as well?
And then Mexico are gonna what's
Beat Saudi,
beat Saudi.
lose to Argentina. You're saying
So it's going to be 6
4
for
points.
So it's going to be out of Poland and Mexico in goal difference. I'm going to say Poland are going to go in goal difference because of Lewandowski. So what's going to happen is Argentina are going to go for on 6, Poland on 4 but goal difference, and then that's it. Okay, cool. I'll stand by that. Clip it up if you want to clip it up, and then you can drag me if it doesn't happen.
Yeah, you made history though. You're the first TDA host to be on Danae. Kind of hope you're the last. 'Cause I don't want to be on there.
Fuck it.
making history today, man. But you gotta respect the Saudis, man. You're talking about them like they're some idiots.
It's not
like
because now it seems like a bigger thing than it really was. Do you get
I
what I mean?
know.
Like it seems
No,
like.
but everyone in the world thought that they'll lose that game.
I mean, heck, I thought
Right?
we'd lose the game.
I didn't
And okay,
disrespect
cool.
them.
See
So I didn't disrespect you. You're a snitch.
those 3 offsides.
Yeah.
Were they marginal, or were they clear offsides, or was it like maybe not?
Like a kneecap,
I didn't see
that
that.
they did with Ecuador.
Because obviously we were here. I didn't watch the game, innit? So I was hearing, they played a high line, and Argentina players were literally like over here. But when I watched the highlights, I was like, it looks tight, and they walked those goals in. Did you see the stats?
No.
I put on my story. This stats, bro. All right. So Argentina had 69% possession, to Saudi's 30%.
Oh, okay.
Argentina had 15 shots to Saudi's 3. XG was 2.27 for Argentina and 0.14 for Saudi. And obviously they had 3 goals offside. So they dominated the game. They just didn't score any goals that were onside.
It was down bad, man.
Yeah.
All right, Messi, man. You are taking a piss.
Also,
man.
let's pick our World Cup team soon, though, so we can really.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start switching the cameras because I have to.
Yeah, we gotta.
No, we can end the show.
We're done, man.
No, we can end the show.
No.
Okay,
Right.
sorry, people. We've got to get into these outros quickly because Brent needs to go home.
All right.
Didn't hear that.
Oh yeah, they didn't, did they?
No, I didn't.
Guys, we appreciate you being here. We appreciate you tuning in as you always do. Make sure you like the video before you come out of it, and subscribe to the channel, share it, do all that great stuff. Follow us on our social media platforms. The day after TNB. If you'd like to send voice notes, text in 075 6484 1073. You guys should actually have this number saved in your phones. If we're being honest.
Facts.
Yeah, if you'd like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, the email is thedayafter@thenewblack.com. We will see you here tomorrow for Woke a Joke. Have a great Wednesday.